Welcome back to another Madden 25 rebuild. Today we're going to be in for the long haul as we're going to be rebuilding the New York Giants for 10 whole seasons. Of course, a team that we all know has been near the bottom of the league in wins and, of course, in general performance for a while now, mainly due to the fact that they just haven't had a good quarterback. Now, Russell Wilson isn't necessarily a good quarterback, but he's definitely better than bad, right? He's average, which I don't even know if I would consider that good, but he's decent. And of course, they have, weirdly enough, Jameis Winston as their number 2. Look at that face. That's a man that you can root for. And then, of course, Jaxson Dart, the QB3, with DeVito at 4, who they just obviously drafted in this latest draft. Of course, we're not going to feel that bad for the Giants or their fans, right? They've won 2 Super Bowls in the last 20 years. Let's not forget that, all right? They were the ones to stop Brady from having 9 rings, okay? We're not going to feel too bad. We're going to sort of thank them. Of course, if you're a freaking Patriots fan, you're not going to be thanking anyone. But, of course, this is kind of a what have you done lately type of league, and man, they have not done much. Look at the team, though. This is not exactly how they're projecting to start, but some of the guys that I want to start based on potential, chances down the line, their potential in general. That's why I kind of messed up, because I said potential twice. Of course, Cam Skattebo, not a guy you're expecting to be your number 1 running back. I genuinely, as much as I want to root for anybody, I don't see it. He's going to be your 3rd down running back. He's going to be complimentary to Tracy every day of the week. But at 24 years old, do I start, technically he's 25, maybe even older. Do I start Tracy or do I start Skattebo? A lot of people already a huge favorite guy in Skattebo. I'm going to start him. I'm sorry. Okay, if he's really garbage, we'll move on. But looking at some of the other guys, wide receiver, obviously, Neighbors was amazing. Wan'Dale Robinson actually showed flashes. He's going to be your number 2 because, really, there's not much going on here anyways. And then we have Jalen Hyatt at number 3. The big trend with this team is a lot of are they or aren't they? Too many injuries. Didn't get to see a lot of them. Theo Johnson on that list. I'm not saying that Andrew Thomas on that list, but he was injured for a lot of the year. A lot of guys injured. One thing that's for sure, though, injured or not, this is a pretty bad football line. This is not a very good offensive line. You got Thomas, and then the rest are just like, okay, best of luck. Van Roten is definitely a better guard than Neal, assumingly. They actually have Neal as a guard now listed, I believe, in their depth chart. But, I'm going to start the younger guy, simply put. We move on to the defensive side of the ball, where obviously they took Abdul Carter very high. Best available pick type of situation, even though you have Thibodeau. I get it. I understand it. I'm not sure what they're going to do with Kayvon, but we're probably going to end up trading him, personally. He almost always goes to free agency, and I don't think it's a money thing. I think it's a whole need thing. Of course, Brian Burns, very good player. Is he still a superstar? I might have to look at that, because I don't know if I would call him X Factor, but he was very good last year, so I don't know. Superstar, I guess. Holland, his name's carrying him a little bit more than his actual talent is these days, but as of right now, 83 overall. I love it. Nubin, just a bunch of guys here that, once again, are they good? Are they not? Because Adebo, when he's healthy, he's a good corner. He's a decent corner, but he wasn't. So what do I do there? Of course, cornerback room is for Madden. Definitely looks good. Obviously, you have Robinson. Darius Alexander. Not Darius Robinson. Strength is low. Good block shed, good finesse. That strength seems a little low. I know the bench press reps and all that stuff. Who cares? It doesn't prove anything. I always go to Jared. There's 2 go-tos, all right, for me. When we talk about rings primarily, when we're talking about how good a quarterback is, I look at Dan Marino. He's not a top 34 guy. Okay, I guess, if that's what you want to say. And then when I think about weak players that are actually a lot stronger than they are, bench press reps-wise, Jared Allen. That's the guy. Those are the 2 I look at for my go-tos in a lot of different arguments. But of course, Dexter Lawrence, another guy that was injured, but we know that he is very good when he's healthy. But yeah, this defense, it's actually pretty good considering the offense does not give them any help. But the yap is over. O-line needs a fix. We need another wide receiver. We might need a tight end. We might need a quarterback. We probably need IDL. And we need to see who's going to win this quarterback job in preseason. In real life, it's pretty much guaranteed Russell. But in Madden, I'm going to give Jaxson Dart a chance. I think Jaxson Dart's our starter automatically next year anyways, but if he looks the best out of the 3, that's who we're starting. Of course, if you end up enjoying this video, especially since it's a little bit of a longer one, you like the 10-year rebuilds, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Players for now, Madden content, and let me know what team you'd like to see get a 10-year rebuild next. I'm kind of thinking about the Browns, but not 100% sure. Also, if you're wondering what Jared Allen's bench press reps were, 13 at 225. I could do that in my sleep. Genuinely, like I would have to be dreaming to do that easily. Could you imagine a universe where Winston wins this quarterback battle, though? It's possible. You never know. Showed all the guys. I didn't show Bo either. I'm not showing anything out here. I should have probably gave him star dev, but it's close. It was a close call. I almost gave Alexander a star dev as well, but I just didn't. I think we showed everyone but Carter. We'll see if we want to stick it out with this 3-4. For now, we will, but long-term, I'm not sure. Of course, here are the results. The one person that lost was Winston. It might not have been his fault, though. You never know. Every quarterback is going to be playing here, I think. Look at quarterback numbers so far. Wilson, he was the starter in this game, no? Did I make a mistake? He should be the starter in this one. Maybe because he's a starter, he didn't get to play. Either way, Russell Wilson, 27 yards, 3 for 3. Good. Winston, 1 touchdown, 161 yards, 57%. Not so good. Dart did not get to play. So, I mean, in that one, you give Winston the win, but it's not like he had a good game, I guess. Then we have the next game where Russell Wilson definitely played pretty damn well. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 64% completion percentage. Winston, not so great. 50% completion percentage, 1 interception. And then Dart is the number 3, has not played. So, unfortunately, at this point, you're not getting a whole lot of Dart. So, unless Dart had a killer game here, it's going to be Russell Wilson, I think, which he had the best game out of the 3. Wait, hold the hell on. Wait, he had the best. Russell Wilson was very good as well. Oh, my. I don't know, dude. Jaxson Dart had the best game here, without a doubt. It's not even close. I still think Russell Wilson, though, he was consistent throughout. I think he gets the start. Dart climbs up the board, though, and he's number 2. But I will say, Russell Wilson, especially with our team, win-loss-wise, will be on a sort of short leash with Dart kind of given a chance to maybe start early. All right, that's it. We're 2-6. We just lost to freaking Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. It's Dart time. Dart gets the start. While our season is still in shambles, I will say Dart was able to beat the Cowboys, and I think most Giants fans would be like, hey, dub. Absolute dubs. Resignings, though, not a whole lot going on. And here we are. We have the Eagles. If we win, we'll have a worse draft pick, as we're 4-13. We are the 15th seed in the NFC. Unbelievable. You don't even hear things like 15th seed. The Cardinals, the Carolina Panthers, 16th seed. Of course, it is smart for us to lose here, so I will show you the win-loss. Not going to do that often because, it's a 10-year rebuild. I don't want this thing to be more than 2 hours if I can, but I love the yap, and it's probably going to be 2.5. Hopefully, it's 2, might be 2.5. Just like me, when I use the pill. Jaxson Dart, not great, right? Touchdown to pick ratio, it's not much better or worse than Russell, but he did play more than Russell. But one thing to note, way better completion percentage. So something to be said that he's at least on par with Russell at this point in his career, which I don't know if that really says something because Russell's an older man. But Scottaboo, 91 yards, 3.3 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. Not great, but he's young. He's low overall. Fair enough. Wandale, over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Neighbors, I don't know what this is about. How are you going to let Wandale Robinson out yards per carry you? Hyatt, decent for us, number 3. Theo Johnson, kind of what he did in real life. Not great. O-line, it's fair enough. And then defensively, I hate 3-4s. Have I ever said that? I don't know if I have ever said that, but I just don't like 3-4s. Who would have thought? But those are the numbers for the year. There's really not a whole lot to be happy about other than some random defender. I don't think we're going to have a single dev up here. I really don't. We don't win a Rookie of the Year award. We don't even come close anywhere else. Really just a draft pick season. What are the Super Bowl between the Bengals and the Lions? Interesting team drop there. I mean, I can live with it. The Bengals win as well. I can definitely live with it now. But let's take a look at our DevOps, which I can't imagine we would have had any. Maybe a defender, like we said, random defender, perhaps. Neighbors goes up about 4 overalls. Not bad. Wandale, 82 overall. Darts is 75. Wilson's regressed. Winston, not so much, it doesn't seem. Scottaboo, 78 overall. Not bad. Offensive line looks as bad as ever. Defensively, oh, really? Abdul Carter goes to an X Factor. I very much so did not expect that. What is 12 tackles for a loss, maybe? For an edge rusher? I'm not sure. Maybe it's because they think he's an off-ball linebacker, but he's actually, pass rusher, and they're like, wow, 12 tackles for a loss for an off-ball. It's not bad. Maybe. I'm not sure, but fair enough. We'll take it. But everyone else, pretty much exactly where we started. Really not much progress going on. Still want to move to a 4-3 desperately, but not going to do it unless it makes a lot of sense, which I'm going to make it make sense, I think. I possibly very much so want to change things early on. We know the reality, right? Oh my god, I got to go Dexter. It's just Alexander's not worth it. He might not be a starter next season even. But the reality of it is playbooks play like 80+% of the team's success rate, and so does the scheme. So it is what it is. 3-4s are garbage. I should have seen what he actually was, because, yeah, I would have loved the pass rush moves for sure. Also retired. Rodgers retires instantly. Usually see him at least another year. Van Roten also retires, so sort of a good decision for Neal to be used as the starter. Get him ready for another season, even though, once again, everything's not going to be perfect, right? It's going to be slightly behind, technically. Some of the money's going to be a little weird. Kayvon, I don't think they 5th-yeared, right? I don't think they did. Either way, I'm going to trade him off, even though technically, arguably, he's supposed to be gone now, but I would just make the argument that I would just pay him a 1-year deal, trade him off. I don't know. I'm just going to trade him. I'm just going to play it out lies, okay? The Giants have this opportunity every time, and they actually do trade him from time to time. It's kind of rare, but, you know, we play it how it lies. I actually play it less how it lies, because normally I actually have Darius Alexander as a star dev, and then I was like, for me using him, me doing a rebuild on them, maybe not. Maybe I don't want that. Of course, free agency 1. If you want Nakobe Dean, you're having a good time. If you don't want Nakobe Dean, there's basically nothing to do. And surprisingly enough, we actually got Rob Havenstein on a 1-year 18. The Commanders wanted him, so I knew for a fact I wanted him even more than I did before. Huge right tackle. He's only 81 overall, but it allows us, if we want to have one less player to draft on the offensive line. And, you know, I think that's not a bad idea. Of course, Wan'Dale Robinson, not a bad year, with us, but still might be looking at wide receiver. Tight end, sort of. I think he's fine. O-line, obviously. We need to have at least 2, arguably 4 players that we could use on that offensive line. And then defensively, a linebacker wouldn't hurt. Edge is fine. IDL for sure. And then probably nothing else. I mean, I think we can continue to try and develop the corners we have as is. Of course, going to try to trade off Thibodeau here, maybe even Flott and or Banks. I'm not really sure what Kayvon's worth. I think a 3rd and a 4th is fair. I don't want to go too high. Obviously, I don't want to go too low, but I think a 3rd and a 4th is fair for a guy that, you know, is needing a big contract. All right, so we're in the draft with pick 4 overall. There is a wide receiver with a top 5 grade. He's not amazing because he's, you know, a little bit on the shorter and slower side at 5'11", but top 5, if he's there at 4, I mean, I'm willing to take him. If not, we might be doing the classic trade down thing. But we'll see. If he's there at 4, I think I have to take him. I don't need a wide receiver that bad, but we could use one. Number 3 overall, and he is still there. Okay, this is a tough one. I wish there was a more clear-cut wide receiver, though. I really do. What about other wide receivers? Oh, I can't. Nick Michaels is a round 1, 6'2". He's slow, but so is the other guy. This guy's at least 6'2", you know? So, can't do it. And then you have Nixon, who's a good-looking tight end. Might be trading down here a little bit. Try to pick up a DT at 20, 22 range. Oh man, that wide receiver is a little more obvious. I'd do it. I can't risk it though, this pick. 5'11". He's good. Top 5. I mean, top 5 could literally be 77 overall normal. Like if it's a weak class. I'm debating it. I don't know. The guy's good, but I mean, even then, we have Wan'Dale Robinson who had a pretty good year, so yeah, I'm doing the thing. I know it. You know it. We all knew it was going to happen. But I will be, unfortunately, trading down. We trade all of this to get a 1st and a 2nd this year with a 1st next year from the Raiders. It is really risky that the Raiders are giving us that 1st round. I know they were good, pick 22 and all, but they're trading out for potentially a quarterback here. So honestly, we probably didn't get enough, assuming this is QB, which it's not. QB's right at the top of their list, and they don't go QB. And maybe it's because the QBs kind of suck. 26-year-old Weston's the highest on the board. Oh, no. I really wish I could take a look at how good he is. Going to move to 22 automatically because that wide receiver is going to go, right? I mean, if he's there at 10, maybe I make a trade back up. He's still there somehow. What the hell is going on? He's still there at 10. Well, let's see what it costs to get to the Texans, I guess. Didn't think I was going to go for that guy, but he fell, so what am I supposed to do? Not attempt, I suppose? Kind of have to. Ooh, it's close. So we would still land the wide receiver, but we would end up with an extra first-round pick. That would be an astronomical move. And I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. Like, sure, we did have to lose some backups we didn't really care too much about, but actual substance-wise, didn't really lose much. We actually gained. Wow, what a move. Pick 4 in the second could still land us a DT as well. Let's see if we're going to make the wrong move or not. Patrick Adams, please be hidden. 3, okay. And he's hidden. All right, better than I would have thought. That works for me. Wow, what a move. A whole extra first-round pick to land the same talent. Nice. Obviously, don't need that second-round wide receiver anymore, so I actually probably should have slow sim, but hopefully one of the DTs is still there anyways, which they just aren't. Damn. I'm going to have to take Simmons and make the Elijah Chapman argument. They literally have a guy similar to this. This is not a freaking IDL, dude. That is a freaking edge rusher for sure. We're really going to roll with the same defensive tackle talent. I really sold by moving down like that. I just assumed with all the guys, there was like 4 of them. I thought one of them would have been there. They aren't. And I don't know what to do with the edge because that guy is not an IDL at all. Can you make the argument that you bulk him up a little bit? Like, he's 4.59. You're telling me I can't bulk him up and drop him 5 speed? Like, he's not the best. 29 reps is fine. I'm taking Julian Simmons, and we're going to bulk him up. 28 true. He's hidden. 85 strength. Yeah, we're going to bulk him up. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to drop him to 78 speed and make him 289. I don't know how that's, 5 speed loss for like 10 pounds. I think that's a fair trade-off every day in the week. We moved it to 14 where, yes, we did have that pretty good tight end. I don't know if he's still there, but, I don't need tight end that bad, although the guy's there. Josh Nixon, 22 years old. It's going to be hard to pass on this guy. O-line, absolutely a problem, though, so we could easily take Holt here, trade up twice, grab Torres and Hatcher, or take Hunt, whatever works. Linebackers a need too. Tight end's just not as big of a need, I don't think. So I'm going to take whoever's better between these 2 guards, which I don't think Hull is as good as Hunt. I also don't know why I'm not fully scouted here. We have O-line as our main scout. Bernie Hunt's our guy. Bernie Hunt, what do we got? 25 true. Hidden dev. We're killing the draft right now. We are murdering it live. Slaughtering the draft. Let's see where we're at for O-line. Maybe there's a linebacker still falling. 2 offensive linemen, Torres and Hatcher. I'm hoping that they're still there for our next pick. Please. And they are. Okay, so we could trade up again if we wanted to. I don't know if we need to, though. That's the question. I think we do. I think our O-line's pretty bad. Let's go Hatcher because he's a little bit more versatile. Please just be hidden. 89 true. Hidden dev as well. Nailing it. So we just drafted 2 linemen. We could easily plug and play center guard. Right tackle we can't. Runyon should be replaced. So I guess Hatcher plays left guard. We trade up for the center. Really wish there was a middle linebacker here. That's the one position we kind of sold on. But, well, that and IDL. Yes, we got the guy we're going to bulk up, but it's still far from perfect. We trade this to move up. I don't know what it called, if it was fair or not, but it worked. Fair for us. I don't care about them. I'm talking about, like, did we make a bad decision is the question. But yeah, Luis Torres, really good bench press rep as well. 89 or 83 true, and he is hidden. So, wow. What a draft. I mean, I'm certain we're going to have some drafts where we draft like 3 normals and like a hidden if we're lucky. But for right now, as it is, that was an amazing draft. 3 true talent wide receiver and a bunch of other really important hidden dev starters. 78 for the wide receiver. Okay, Patrick Adams. Let him cook. 89 speed, 92 excel. Every rating besides catch and traffic, which is still very high, is in the 80s. This was so much better of a player. All the catching traits, so much better of a player than I thought he was going to be. What do we got? And he's an X. Oh, my Lord. We almost sold so hard. That would have been such an L from us. Julian Simmons, though, we got ourselves, like I said, I think, especially with those pretty damn good ratings in IDL, that we're just going to bulk up. We're going to bulk him up a little bit, drop that speed tiny bit. What's the dev? Star dev, fair enough. I can live with it. What do we want to put him at? Number 95. Fair enough. Left end. What are we looking for? Appearance. Let's get him to 292, I think. 292, I think he could easily bulk up, what is that, 14 pounds in an offseason? That's not crazy. Also, with that, I think we're going to bump his speed up too. I think that's fair. Or strength, not speed. I think that's fair. We drop him 78 speed, 82 excel. I mean, he's insane for an... Like, that is edge rusher. I think that's fair. I think it's fair. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. I think it's unique as well. So, if it's not fair, it's at least unique. There needs to be something like that. In I don't remember if there was ever in Madden, but in 2K, you used to be able to do that. You could actually like raise your guy's height or weight, well, not height, but weight, but lose some ratings. You used to be able to do that. I don't know if you can still do that or how that works, but you used to be able to in, what is it called? Association. I think that's their franchise mode. Hunt only a star dev, but fair enough. But yeah, they should have that. I don't know why they don't, because that happens, right? I don't know. Maybe 14 pounds is excessive, but even at 289, that's fine for IDL. And I would definitely do it if that was an option. Hatcher is he is the bigger guy. He's 6'4". He'll be our left guard. And then, of course, Torres, our center. Definitely need to take a look at the tight end for sure, as we may be sold. The guy had a round 1 grade on him. Any sort of hidden, he's automatically a good pick. Torres, all these guys are star dev, but they're starters. They're at least 4-year starters for us. And then maybe we even afford to pay them. Who knows? But let's take a look at the tight end. A bunch of safeties went. Didn't even look at DB. We just don't need it at all. DB's looking good for us. Nixon, 74 overall, 85 speed. Hidden dev, so that is already a bad start for us. Because, I mean, he's higher dev than Theo Johnson already. And obviously he's younger on top of it. Dev of star. Could have been worse. But he did go to the Eagles, which is, a double bad. All right, season number 2. Offensive line looks a lot better. We got a brand new right tackle who's a higher overall, and then a brand new trio on the interior. All those guys have a potential to develop, all-star development trait. Wide receivers, they're set beyond set. We got a trio that looks great. They are a little on the shorter side, especially Adams and Robinson, but they're good. They're good. Dart's a solid QB. Scottaboo, 3.3 yards per carry. I've seen worse from a rookie, but definitely would love to see him at least get 3.6, 3.7 this year. Theo might still need to be replaced. And then defensively, need a new middle linebacker, need a new DT. But of course, with Simmons at the left end spot, we're a little bit better off, right? We lose 10 in the speed excel range, right? It's 5 for speed, 5 for excel. We gain 2 to strength, and my man's gets a little bit heavier. I think it's a fair trade-off. Let me know what you think. What should be like the number? Should we say like you lose 1 speed for every 2 pounds you gain, maybe? That's kind of pretty much what we did for the most part. Maybe a little bit more speed would be lost. Should we do that? 1 speed / excel for every pound you gain. So we upped him, 14? So we'd lose another 2 speed, 2 excel. I think that's fine. Right? I mean, he's still a 76 speed, so 80 excel at 292. That's fine. That might be the move. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, we're not going to do it where like we have a 90 speed edge rusher and we're like, hey, he's 250 pounds. Let's make him 280 or something. I don't even think that would work out anyways. But, if it's that close, 278, 281, something like that, I think it's fair. Hey, Brian Burns is an X Factor from a training camp. So rare, but man, that little X Factor, dude, it just makes you want a cream. A crispy cream, just a little treat for yourself. You deserve it. $118 million, Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm not a huge fan of this contract. Usually, you see some green interest. Maybe you're asking for, 8 to 11 per year, but he's asking for about 13. We'll do a 4-year 52. I think that's good, but I was hoping for even cheaper than that, to be honest. McFadden, once again, wish there was some green. Could do a 2-year 10 or something, but I'm not sure. We're looking to replace him. 78 overall is not bad, but I think we could do better. And then the rest here, I think we will pretty much be letting go. All right, here we are, playoffs, 7-10. Better year, but still just like, at moments of time, got a couple of win streaks in there that I'm like, hey, things are looking pretty good. Maybe we're actually going to do some things, but no, it usually follows some losings, right? Change the playbooks here. 1, 2 in a row. It's like, oh. And then we lost 3 in a row. And then I'm like, 2 wins in a row. Oh. Lost 2 in a row. 3 and 2 in a row. Oh. And then you lose the final year game. Not that it matters. 8 and 9 is probably not playoff worthy. Let's actually take a look. I don't think it would have been, but you never know. Could have been. It is not. The Cowboys almost made it. No, it is. The Lions. It might have been. It's a tiebreaker scenario, or maybe you do make it at 8 and 9, but it's an improvement. Jaxson Dart, we rocked the Bengals playbook for a little bit, then the Buccaneers playbook. I don't know, what was the result of what, but 30 touchdowns, 15 picks, 3,600 yards is a great year for year 2. And then Scattaboo, we said we wanted to see 3.6, maybe 3.7 per, carry, and he just, no, 3.3, just still the same garbage year. Adams, not as good as Neighbors with his per catch rate. Theo Johnson, a little bit better. Wandale, a little bit worse, but a lot of touchdowns. Blocking, actually pretty good. And then pass rush, still in a 3-4. Burns was great. Lawrence was great. The rest, not so much. Picks, 6 for Okereke, 5 for Adebo, 2 for McFadden, 2 for Newman, 1 for Phillips. Kicking, not great. He's getting older. And then Kelly, the rookie, not great. Maybe we keep him because he was close and he was a rookie. Usually you have better years after the rookie year, but I don't know about that. Josh Allen's your MVP. Any award? Defensive Player of the Year for Okereke. Offensive Rookie of the Year with Adams. Defensive Rookie of the Year number 4 for Simmons. Okay, I mean, a little bit, right? Some actual award wins like Burns, winning some things too. We actually got some legit award wins, not just rookie awards, some actual big boy ones. Defensive Player of the Year and Linebacker of the Year for 2 different players. All right, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. The Bills are there as well, hoping for an AFC win, obviously. The Eagles do lose. Okay, so fair enough there. Let's take a look at these dev ups. We should see some defenders. Obviously, Adams can't go up in dev. He's already an X Factor. 87 overall. It wasn't a great year, but it was still a Rookie of the Year award win year, regardless of the point. 8,000 XP, and then obviously as an X Factor. Even though our sliders are lower than normal, he's always going to go up with X Factor. You're an X Factor rookie, you're going to go up. It's just how it goes. Scattaboo, his overall is now an 82, but I still just don't know, dude. I don't know if it's the speed holding him back, but I don't love how he's played so far. And then defensively, we talked about some dev ups. Burns was already an X Factor, but Okereke, Superstar Development Trait, pretty clutch actually at 30 years old. Might be able to stick around an extra year or two if we're lucky because of it. And then now we have a question because Dexter Lawrence, he's already a pretty good overall. Simmons, still kind of developing. I think you still go Dexter Lawrence. All right, we lose Rob Havenstein to retirement, but that's fine. He was only an 81 overall. Probably would have been even lower than that. All right, negotiations. Deontay Banks, 5-year option of 17 mil. Not worth it, in my opinion. Micah McFadden. Oh, he went to Star. I didn't even know that. 20 mil for the tag. Yeah, I don't think so, pal. We're going to lose some players here, but most of them not starters. All right, we got a lot of money, but we're going to have some players to sign in the future as well. So let's be careful, but at the same time, trying to make this team a playoff team if we can. Daxell, potential safety option. McFadden, I wonder what his contract's like, but he's 26 now. I don't know if I really even care that much. Nick Cross is interesting. Actually became star dev in our Chupacabras franchise recently, so that's pretty cool. But, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a weak free agent group. I'm not paying $20 million per year for an off-ball linebacker. Maybe, I'll throw a 1 year in there, because if I put him actually at middle linebacker like supposed to be, it might be cheaper, but I'm definitely not going to be paying him the ask. If he takes, 1 year, 21, sweet, sweet. But as of right now, you know what? Maybe we offer a little bit more. Like I said, there is potential here. Moving to actual middle linebacker, and we pay a lot less for him. So we'll see. I doubt he joins, though. Reader's actually a pretty damn good fit for us, so I'm going to throw a contract there as well. Not typically the types of players I sign. I usually don't sign the older veteran guys, but I do really like this fit. I could use a nose tackle for sure. 1 year, 20. It's a little expensive, but I do like him. But, yeah, everyone else I think is going to be not let go, but just not signed. See if we get him. I doubt it. I doubt we even honestly get Reader. And no, we do get Reader. 1 year, 20. That's perfectly fine by me. I'll take it. And no, the Raiders actually, looking at the draft picks, are not very bad. They actually do hold steady. They're actually better than last year, so give them some credit. I can't believe it. Justin Fields, apparently that guy. But yeah, I am shocked by it. But yeah, we have pick 25. Thought we were maybe going to get like a top 10, top 15 pick steal. Instead, they actually kind of make out with that one. Hey, yeah, make out. All right, in the draft, pick 9, there is a solid-looking running back. And yeah, he is top 5 as expected. This guy has almost the exact same type of build to our man in Chupacabras franchise, Victor Harrison. Super speedy, agile, just enough trucking. His catching's better, though, it seems. This is a guy I want. He's a round 1 projection, top 5 true talent. In that one, he fell to 20. I don't know if that's going to happen here. This is a franchise-changing player, especially a Madden franchise-changing player. I don't know what to do because you have an argument that these 4 teams, they could maybe not the Jets, but they could all sort of use a player. I'm going to look at Chargers, Commanders, Jets, Titans, and see what the chances are, which, I mean, they could all just, be interested. Chargers doesn't seem like so, right? The Jets definitely does not seem so. Titans, however, maybe. And then the Commanders, probably the number 1 team out of the bunch. It doesn't, man, I don't know. I'm going to see what it takes. I really just don't want to lose this guy. He's got to be a home run hit. He might be star dev, don't get me wrong, but even at star dev, he's probably like 79 to 84 even, as high as that is. Let's see what the Chargers need. Burns, first, second, and third. We could do the first, second, and third, but I don't want to. I'll do a first and a third, which they take. Okay, I think we could have got the running back at 9, but this guy legit could be game-changing, and I can't risk that. I just can't. Jaleel Freeman is our guy. Let's see that overall first. It is number 1. Of course, hidden dev, 97 speed, 94 excel. The vibes are there. I mean, this is literally our franchise running back. This is the guy. I think a third-round pick, even if it's a high third-round pick, is worth making a trade-up for when this is the running back for the rest of this rebuild. I'm sorry if you're like a huge Cam Scattaboo fan. We've seen 2 years in a row where he didn't even improve at all. Not a single point. 3.4, okay, we got something. Hey, we're moving the ball here. But no, not even that. Very disappointing stuff. Could be a trade out down here. We'll see, though. I do need a DT. Sort of. Safety. Sort of. But for right now, I'm not too worried. Tight ends, they don't look that good. I might just keep Theo for a starting year again. DT, Shepard, he's a nose tackle, but that's what we need. So that's going to be the guy we probably end up going with. There was that round 1 safety. I don't remember if I even looked at this guy because, I just didn't expect a guy, round 1 to be there. Simply put. What about Derek Strait? Don't know his zone coverage anyways. Not the fastest guy. Of course, there seems to be an edge rusher here when we don't need him. Anytime when we're doing a franchise, we need edge rusher. Not a hope in the world we're getting someone at 25. We don't need him. He's there. Of course, as always. What do you want to do here? Do you want to go DT? We don't need DT, though. That's the problem. Safety, hooker is, young. You got a young hooker, our favorite. 4.43 could be worth it. 1 to 2 is a little high for a guy, a safety. The guy looks good, though. 21 years old. Do I do it? We do need 1 O-line and 1 linebacker. I'm going to trade this down. I think I might even trade down pick 9 unless Hooker's there still. We make a sort of trade down / trade up hybrid with the Chargers. Just like spit at you there. Who, of course, ended up giving us that running back in the first place. So, I mean, I'm rooting for them at that point. I'm rooting for them to make a play. Get a good player. I don't care. And then the Steelers are giving me a pretty good trade. I probably could get more than this, but we're already trading down hard. So, I don't even want to get extra. I just want to move to the better positioning. Did we look at Hooker, by the way? Let's see if Hooker's there. Probably not, but if he is, I might take him. Oh, there he is. Freaking Vikings. Safeties are kind of falling here a little bit. Not in a good way. Think we take 1 safety. And I lied. We actually need a linebacker way more, so we're going to be taking John Mobley. We don't have a linebacker, and all the other guys are terrible. I actually scouted. Oh, he's hidden. What a pick. But I actually scouted middle linebacker as my focus scout, and there was not a single good one there. You can see we're pick 10 in the second round. Let's take a look at these middle linebackers. Let's take a look at them. Look at this. UDFA, day 3, UDFA all the way across. Unbelievably bad. All right. Start of the third, Kendrick Shepard. Honestly, don't even know if we need him right now, but that's what we're going to take. He's going to learn behind Derek Reeder. 40 true talent. He's hidden. All right, that's a rare sighting. To get a note, I mean, I said that last time. We literally got one last time, but it's not common, I should say. Got a lot of draft picks here, a lot of third-round picks that we can work with. Got the linebacker, got the nose tackle, and hell, if we wanted to, we could take safety or tight end. They're still here. Tight ends were a little on the slower side. They looked okay. I think it is actually better than this. I think the Pro Day was a little bit better. 4.65 for Russ Clemens. I don't know. This guy looks good. He looks good. Is that the move, though? I'm not sure. We need O-line still for sure. We need a tackle, which the only guy that could really play tackle out of this bunch is maybe Pritchard or Robertson. Robertson's probably the little bit better of a choice here. And then we could use a safety, but that might be a little early. I think you take the tight end, and then you take a lineman. I think that's the play. Russ Clemens, Very big. 6'5", 270. He's got some speed, though, for that size. Give me hidden. Even if he's not, he's going to start. But 27 true. Also hidden. We have been dominating the drafts. And then we talk, man, those safeties are still there, though. I mean, they're not the fastest, but C zone coverage. Is it good enough? Maybe. Obviously, very raw. I just throw on anyone that has either speed and or zone coverage. Maybe if they have crazy block shed, but usually those guys are super slow, so I just don't go for them. But I guess Garrett Robertson's going to be our guy. Please be hidden as well. That'd be insane. That'd be the perfect draft. And it is. Oh, wow. Hidden dev. Man, have we even drafted a normal dev yet? I mean, I suppose if we draft a little bit further, we probably will. I mean, I guess we'll trade up for a lineman, too. Once it's down to Jenkins, Ward, Riley, whoever's last, we'll trade up for them because we have another really high pick here. Both those safeties went directly after our guard, by the way. Pretty hefty ask for this trade up, and it's not really much of a trade up, but that's what it costs. So we're going to use up our final picks this year, a little bit into the future, to grab a lineman, Brandon Ward. He's good enough. 6'3", 316, 69 true. I guess he's not good enough. That was our first normal as well. All right, draft recap. What are we thinking? I'm guessing 81. 82, even better. Wow, 82 overall. Jaleel Freeman, 97 speed, 94 excel, 87 juke move. So not quite as good as our guy, but better catching, better break tackle. I think a little bit better trucking. Yeah, I mean, similar to the guy we drafted in our Chupacabras franchise. Check that out. He's been killing it. Dev, X Factor. So even higher dev. Oh, wow. Okay. That is a really good running man. A lot of times you get these really high overalls. They are normal dev. What the hell do you put them at, though? Because, I mean, this is an important moment. 10, 24, 26, 28. Definitely not 26, tell you that much. 28. 31's cool, but 30? Whatever, 24 it is. X Factor dev, though. I mean, it really didn't matter. The guy could have been star, and I would have loved it, but X Factor is insane. Mobley, obviously not a very good coverage guy, but the fact that he's even hidden is a godsend lucky situation. So we'll put him in middle linebacker. Dev, star dev, don't love it. 96, don't love that either, but sure, he's wearing what he wants to wear. Shepard, 73 overall. Very good power move for a nose tackle, though, I gotta say. That will be our future nose tackle for Reader when he's gone. Dev, hey, there you go. You do see those superstars. It's been a little while since we've personally seen them, but you do get them from time to time. Russ Clemens, not the fastest guy, but he's a huge target. 6'5", 270. That's a problem. Star Dev, not anything. I thought there was a chance at X Factor, but not anything special. And then Garrett Robertson, last guy we're going to look at because he's actually hidden as well. Very bad base run. I mean, just bad at run blocking in general, but he'll be our right tackle. Hopefully he can develop all of those skills or lack thereof in due time. Star Dev. And I think we want to look at Hooker. I mean, hey, who doesn't want to? I mean, what? But yeah, I want to see Hooker. I want to see if we made it. Wow. He is only normal, but 78 overall. That is a little bit of a miss. What a pick by them, but I love our draft. I'm not worried about it one bit. We trade John Runyon off to the Texans for a 5th and a 7th round pick. Not a bad overall. I think that's kind of the going rate for guards these days. Guy his overall is getting paid like $20 million per year in free agency these days. So I think that's the going rate. That's a fair trade for sure, both sides. Here we are for season number 3. The team is completely filled with all-star or better players. Some very important skill positions are superstar or better as well. Neighbors, Adams, Freeman. Obviously the fullback isn't, but it's a fullback. Who cares? Don't even know how Russell Wilson's still here, what the contract was, but I think we're paying him way more than he's worth, so I'm going to have to change that to a 1 year, whatever that'll happen there. But defensively, Carter's already a really good overall. He's catching up to Burns. IDL, Reader's a really good 1 year player with Shepard. Hopefully learning from him, getting to maybe... Here's the thing. The smart thing is to start Shepard. Okay, we're starting Shepard. That, someone says the smart thing to do is something. Probably a good idea to do it. All right, re-signs a lot of money, but also some names. Holland needs a contract. Likely gets it. Adebo probably gets it. Okereke maybe. Banks, I guess, because it's cheap. Reader, definitely not. What else do we have going forward? Burns coming up? No. Neighbors. Yeah, Burns is like a 5 year already. Pretty sure you got paid. But I do like Adebo. I just don't like a 3-year at 27. But at the price, if I can keep it around that, I'll gotta do it, right? A 3-year 30, I would definitely do. And then Holland, obviously. We could do a 4-year. Should we do a 4-year? 3-year? I'll do a 3-year. Really? Okay. I mean, we need things to draft anyways. So, if he ends up regressing, maybe we find someone better. So be it. Even have our safety as our focus scout, just because we don't really need a whole lot outside of that right now. We can maybe use a higher ceiling corner, but I like where we're at, and we're actually starting to win games a little bit. And I think the season's been choked. It has not. We sneak in at 9-8, a 6 seed, mind you. The NFC, thankfully, we appreciate you for being really weak, NFC. We appreciate you a ton. Still rock that Buccaneers playbook because we improved last year, and of course, we made the playoffs this year. But second half of the season, not great, but in general, just a little bit less of a cheese scheme. We can get to the cheese schemes if we really are getting desperate. It's year 4, year 5. We haven't sniffed a Super Bowl, maybe. But, Jaxson Dart, worse than last year. Rushing, Freeman, way better than Scadaboo. Not even close. 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Would have expected more out of a guy of his talents, but still, Neighbors should be an X factor with those touchdowns. Adams was good. Clemens, he's okay. Robinson, okay. But looking at the linemen, terrible from Andrew Thomas. Pass rush, 10 for Burns, 9.5 for Carter. Okay, Carter, I think was better than last year. D-line, very mid. Picks, Adebo with 4, could get a dev up. Gano, not bad. Bradley Pinion, not bad. Pretty good stuff, actually. Let's take a look at our yearly awards, if we won any. Once again, made the playoffs. Pretty cool. Let's take a look. We had Freeman wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Mobley wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, that's cool. Make the playoffs. Get some guaranteed dev-ups for the youngsters. All is well for now. You're playing the Packers, who you've beat, in the playoffs. Not, you're pretty well for the most part. Also, how the hell are we such a high overall already? I know a lot of it is probably morale. Once the season's over, we'll probably go 86, 87, but even that is pretty damn high, no? Packers also very high too, so maybe I don't need to bump XP slider as much as we do. We usually do about 130, 140. That's where we're about 120, 130 now. I dropped them a little bit more, as we're actually having a pretty good game here, and we will hold on for a 31-21-4 victory over the Packers. If we win a Super Bowl, we will probably not go in and watch the games anymore, because, we had that with the Raiders rebuild where we had a great one. Check that rebuild out, 10-year rebuild recently enough. Really good rebuild. We killed it, and we just went every time through those playoff runs. It probably added about 45 minutes to the video, so cutting that out, maybe we can get to under 2. I doubt it, but you never know. And now we're going against the Eagles. I don't think I have to worry about a Super Bowl anytime soon. Ironically enough, though, we are a better team than them by overall. Going to the end of the game, left to right looks to be us. It is. Philadelphia scores a touchdown right to left. We score a touchdown back. They're getting some stops back and forth here right before half. We get a 3-point lead. They almost tied it up. 17-7. Eagles aren't going away. Touchdown's huge. 3-point game. 4-point game. 7-point game. Giants driving down. They don't get it. 3rd and 18. No conversion. 4 minutes left. You got to score. If you don't get the touchdown, the game's over. They do get the conversion. And with 26 seconds left, Jaxson Dart throws the game-losing interception to Julian Blackmon. And we are not headed to the championship round. We're losing in the divisional round to our division rivals. Jaxson Dart, 4 interceptions in 2 playoff games. Not a great start to his playoff career, I'll tell you that much. But he's still pretty young. We'll see if he can improve on that. D-line was actually pretty good. Julian Blackmon single-handedly won him that game. Tough, unfortunately. Headed on to year 4 with, a playoff win, a berth, and a win. Okay, that's not bad. We're going to still rock the Buccaneers playbook. We'll see. We're a pretty good team now. As long as we're improving most seasons, at this point we can still improve. I'm fine. Buccaneers, speaking of, do make the Super Bowl, so maybe they're not a bad playbook at all. I thought they were, inside the top 10, but not really that high, but they just won a Super Bowl. We didn't win a Super Bowl. They did. Kamara retires. DevOps, we do see Neighbors goes up to X Factor, which is pretty sick. Needs a contract pretty damn soon here. Might do a 5th-year option for him. We'll see. No one else goes up in dev. Tight end, none of them. Defensively, though, hopefully seeing something here. Noah Debo, I really thought he was going to. But, of course, Mobley goes to Superstar with his Rookie of the Year award win. Or did he already have Superstar? He did not. Thinking of the DT there. Superstar dev for him. Shepard, what is his overall? Because he started the whole year as a rookie. He went up to an 80. Pretty good. Pretty good. Reader goes down like 4 overalls. Team looks great. I really wish the 4 picks, I think it was, that Adebo had was enough to get him a dev up, but apparently it wasn't. Team still looks great. Okereke, I'd be willing to do a 1-year deal. I tried to do a 1-year deal, and he didn't want it. So if he's down now, yeah, I'll still do it. But if not, I think we're going to be looking for a replacement. Giants, retirements, everyone is, besides Graham Cano, everyone is like a mentor backup. Negotiations, of course, we talked about it. Malik Neighbor is going to probably want $40 million per year, so we'll save 12 by tagging him. And then Okereke, a 1-year 17. I'd still hold this 1-year 17. It's overpriced compared to what he wants, a 2-year 22, but I don't know if I want him for another year after this. I'll pay the little bit more. We're paying 5.5, 6 technically mil per year more, but we're at least, only stuck with him for 1 more year in case things don't go well. And then here is Russell Wilson, who, I mean, if he wants to stick around as a backup in New York, you're down you're down with me, which sus. Also pay Pinion, why not? Free agency, what do we got? Linderbaum, that's a pretty good player there. Kyle Hamilton's also great, obviously. Laporta, we could use a better tight end, but not at what seems to be $20 million per year based on his lack of interest to join us. Linderbaum's interesting, though. Elton Jenkins is also a lot better than what I thought. So we're going to be looking around here. Some names. A lot of these guys are older, but some of these linemen are definitely usable for the next couple of years. So we're going to look at our O-line, see what we can do. Maybe move some things around. Maybe sign someone, because we got a lot of money, and we kind of need to spend it. Otherwise, we're just wasting it. All right, we're now in the draft, and we're on to the big problem with doing the long rebuilds, especially when you draft well, because we've drafted better than most times. A lot of times we do hit a lot of normals, especially on the O-line, but that has not really been the case here. I don't know what to draft. I guess I'm future-proofing. You got some 1-2s. Ooh, the corners were good. I already knew the safeties because I full scouted them, but corners, Arrington, 6'4", top 5. I like him. Can we wait to 26? We got a 2 to 3, so even though he's 23 years old, if we had to go for him, we had to go for him. Carrington does appear to be there, though, so we should be fine. Oh, top 5 safety. Problem with this guy, though, is that he is 23, and I can't start him right away, so yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to be going for Armand Carrington. Might even take Chamberlain, who knows, but Carrington, too good of a player to pass on. Speaking of normal dev, though, this is a guy I'd expect to be normal dev. And I'd be expecting wrong. Hidden development trait. What do you do with him, though? Like, I want to start him, obviously, at some point. But didn't we just pay Adebo? Or did we not get that contract? I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did. Either way, we're going to, keep dropping down here and taking players as they fall. Do have another safety. A round 1-er. Josh Bayless. Kind of raw, fast enough. Taking him. Taking a shot. Why not? True talent 10. Another hidden. But like, some of these ones, it's like O-line. Okay, yeah, it's not that hard. 80% of the O-linemen that you draft in the 3 to 4 range are hidden. If you're looking for pretty much the basic things. A couple of A's in there, a couple of B's in there. But safety. Hitting a hidden safety, especially for a backup. Not bad. Of course, O-line just gone. A lot of 2 to 3, so it doesn't surprise me. But I guess the only thing I have left is Paul Reiner, who is a day 3 projected. I look for a speedy guy. I don't even need a tight end, but I look for a speedy guy. I mean, I could trade this down. No, I can literally just turn this into maybe a second round next year, and then just take the guy at 26 in the 3rd. I think that's the plan. I don't know if the Jets drafted a quarterback, but their current quarterback is 71 overall, Kenny Pickett. So we trade a 3rd and a 5th this year to get a 2nd off of them next year. Maybe they took QB. I don't know. But we're going to be taking Reiner at 26 if he's there. And then I don't know what the hell we're going to do after that. But here he is. Paul Reiner looks like a super steal to me. 6'5", 274, even bigger than the other tight end we had. 62 true. Also hidden development trait. This has been an insane run. 3 straight. Well, no, we had that lineman that was normal. But basically 3 straight years, at least when we're intending to draft right now starters of hidden dev, pretty much all hiddens. And then, of course, now, I mean, we don't really have anyone scouted anymore. But, yeah, I mean, they don't look good, right? Like Moses here looks like garbage. He's pretty bad. I'm going to take this random edge rusher, a B finesse, a C block shed, and a little bit of speed. Why not? Khalil McAllister, 210 true, normal dev. I have a feeling you could develop the guy, though. If he's even 73 finesse, you could work with that. You could absolutely work with that. Into the 7th round now, though. Did we keep our kicker punter? If not, I'm going to make a play at one of those. So all of the players were the kickers were pretty garbage, so we ended up drafting some different garbage players instead. 77 corner, which is great. 76 safety, which is great. 72 tight end, don't really need it, but it's cool. Armand Carrington, I want to find a way to start him. I'm not sure how I do that, though. Maybe I trade off Banks, who I don't even know sure how many years he has left, and then move Adebo down. And he's a superstar. I don't know. I want to start him. I just don't know if I can. We're number 30, a little bit cooler. Then we look at the safety, Josh Bayless. If anyone was going to get replaced soon, it probably would be, believe it or not, Nubin. Just because we already paid Holland, and Holland's a little bit of a higher overall. I'm not sure, though. Either way, Bayless is a great pick. Backup for now. Hopefully a starter down the line. And then obviously Paul Reiner, hidden development trade, 72 overall. Athletic. Really is a better player automatically just because that little bit of speed over our current tight end, but I can't replace the current tight end. He's higher overall. Here we are for season number 4. 9-8, won a playoff game the year before. Let's see what we can do this season. A lot of 87-plussers on this lineup. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver 1 and 2. Tight end's not looking too bad. O-line, all-stars. I think Thomas should probably get a superstar, but that's fine. It's fine. Defensively, linebackers looking great. Probably do need a new middle linebacker. Maybe that'll be our focus going into the next season, or the scouting for the draft for next season. But IDL looking pretty good. It's really, when will we start feeling the pressures financially? That's really the big question. Carter's going to need a contract. Lawrence, Dart, Adams. That's when it gets bad. All right, we're losing games out here. Abdul Carter is making us lose money out here. Oh, it's only 28 million. We got to act now. Let's do 31. 7-year 31. There you go. Could have been like 38, Speaking of 38, how are you? It's not really, but it's 30. 31. I would like to not do a 3-year, but 3-year 96 for, our 2 best defenders by far. Dart needs a contract as well. Oh, no. Man, this money is... Dude, how much does he want a 5-year? Like, he has not really put... I mean, we're losing games. Like I said, we are really not playing well. He's kind of having his best season yet. Not even kind of. He's definitely having his best season yet. You have Drew Phillips, which you definitely pay. Nubin, I think you pay. And then Okereke, you let go. You got to start losing some players here, especially the O-line. Anyone else big coming up? Adams. So, man, we are cutting a little close. I mean, this is a lot of money. It's like all gone with this contract. We'll see if maybe we can save some money when Thomas is gone. I don't know. But a 5-year 245, you got to do it. 38 million left. Drew Phillips, I think you got to do it. The value's there. He's 25. And then we have Nubin. Question marks start to arise. I think you can do it, though. 22 million left. You lose everyone else. Scadaboo, who's a really good overall. Just we can relate. Chupacabra's really good overall, not a good player. Baker, no. Karake, no. All these other guys, no, unfortunately. But I think we did all right. Right to the playoffs. It is probably time to run Green Bay's playbook as we are 7-10. We regress with a better team. We have a better team than before. We regress. 91 overall. Don't know what to tell you. Neighbors, really good season, though. Really good season. 46 touchdowns, 13 picks. So halfway through the year, I changed to the Falcons playbook. And the numbers were great. Yet we're still losing. Maybe it's the defense. It could be the defense. It very well could be. We'll have to take a look. Burns, great numbers. Simmons, great numbers. Lawrence, great numbers. Carter, awful numbers. We just paid the guy, $31 million per year? Totally worth it. Boswell is horrible too. Maybe that's a part of it. What are the numbers? Got to see him. 9th offensively. Defense got to be like in the 20s. Has to be. 6th. Is this the best team of all time to miss the playoffs? This might be the greatest team to miss. Okay, points defense. Points allowed on defense, not the best. What about offense? Top 10 offense. This might be one of the greatest teams of all time to miss the postseason. And by a lot. Number 5 for MVP, and you win 7 games. Neighbors was great. And that's as far as what was great. We do get a best linebacker as well. All right, 10-year rebuild for what? For what? We're going to be entering year 5 with 1 singular playoff berth and 1 singular playoff win. Ripperoo. Packers-Texans, okay. A new one, especially for the Texans side. See if they, well, who wins the Super Bowl, I suppose. Not really they, but Texans 24-10. All right, pretty good, pretty good. I'm retiring. I'm retiring. I need to relax at the parlor. I'm gone. But let's take a look at our DevOps. Quarterback? Gotta be, right? It's gotta be at least superstar. There you go, Dart. Superstar Dev. 90 overall. We just paid him. Totally worth it. I guess we'll rock Falcons. We've had some success with that playbook, too. Maybe a full season with that playbook will get us back in the postseason, do some damage. Defensively, Debo finally goes to superstar. So is there some clutchness there as well? Can we save some money getting rid of him? Probably not, because we did pay him. 12 mil's not bad. So if we find a good trade partner, I mean, that's a second-round pick in my opinion. He's 29 years old, superstar Dev, 87 overall. He's still got time, maybe not to develop, but to play as a good starter for a while. But yeah, that's the team. Okereke is gone. We'll need a new middle linebacker, but hey, at least it gives us something to draft. And we have to potentially prepare for the very realistic possibility that we're going to lose one of these wide receivers. We got to pay Adams if we don't do a fifth-year option. The same time, we got to pay Neighbors. Thankfully, 41 mil does show up here. I think you have to, tag or fifth-year option Adams as well. And pray to Lord Jesus that you got some money for Neighbors here. But yes, I think it's pretty obvious we're not spending any money in free agency. We could do a 1 year for sure. We have the money to do it if we wanted, but I don't really see who would be here worth a 1 year contract. Way too expensive. Way too expensive. Don't need them. Expensive. Don't need them. Expensive. Don't need them. Expensive. Not much of an upgrade. Expensive. Don't need them. Expensive. Not much of an upgrade. It's pretty straightforward, right? Very expensive players. Don't really need them. All right, another draft. Pick 11. What the hell do you do with that? We don't need anybody. I guess maybe I didn't really think about edge, but I did double scout in a way. Because it went outside linebacker. I figured, okay, maybe we need edge in case we can't afford it. And also, we need off-ball linebackers. So that works out pretty well. We got some middle linebackers that look pretty good because I scouted all three of these. And we've got information, okay? We've got information. So with that being said, we're going to go to 11. If there's an edge rusher there, that's what we're going to take in the second round. Might even reach for that linebacker. Round 1 linebacker sounds pretty damn good to me, if you ask me. Round 1 for a fast player. What about these edge rushers, though? I didn't actually think we were going to go edge, but now it does make sense, right? Because Burns isn't going to be cheap, and we might physically not be able to afford him. And he's obviously getting up there in the age. Amir Ridley, very athletic. This guy looks like a home run hit to me. Yeah, Amir Ridley's our guy. Could be normal, but hopefully not. 20 true. Yes! There you go, hidden dev. Future-proofing Burns. At the very least, at the very worst, we can keep both wide receivers and lose our edge rusher. Burns is great, but he is, on the older side, of course. What about the other linebacker, Miles Cole? Not very good in coverage. He's good, but not great. I think this is going to be one of the highest linebackers you've taken in a while. Owen Herbert, I don't even think he's going to be amazing, but I got to trust it. 16 true. And no, I'm wrong. He is good. Hidden dev. I was feeling 75, 76 overall, normal dev, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but I was feeling the normals, and no normals here. Might even take another linebacker. Why not? Get a little greedy, get a little frisky. Rutherford looks pretty damn good. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm going to make that play. What about Hoffman? What about Gabriel Hoffman? Very strong. Yeah, screw it. Why not? Don't really need anything. 28 true. Hidden dev. We've been killing these drafts, though. Give us some respect, dude. I gotta say, we've been murdering these drafts. Dempsey went what pick before us, by the way? That probably would have been the pick right there. What about these DTs? 400 pounds! Holy crap, that's a big fella. That is a big fella. He's pretty good, but I think Rayshon Cooper is a little bit bigger of a need, that type of IDL, so that's where we're going to go. 31 true. Also hidden, dude. Wow, we have been on a tear. I mean, I might see what it takes to get up to the Lions and take the other guy as well, the big fella. Why not? We're 2 years removed from the last guy, so if we can't afford him, damn, look at the Lions, can't afford their team either. We have a replacement again. We're thinking about the future, which, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can't afford it. I'd like to keep one pick for kicker. They can't take players either, so we got to make it all picks. That's tough. Why are they so broke? I'm giving up a lot of quantity for this pick. Hopefully he's worth it. Hopefully he's worth it. We got the trade. We got 32 as well. which I really should have got rid of because every time it crashes my game. It's crazy, but it does. Tommy Westbrook, 401 pounds, 6'4", 23 true talent. Damn, normal dev. That sucks. Come on, he had it all. The guy had it all. Hey, we actually managed to not crash the game with Mr. Irrelevant. I don't know how good he was, but he was the only guy with actual good kick power. Amir Ridley, 75 overall hidden, very fast, 79 finesse. Dare I say we drafted another type of guy they like? Thibodeau, Burns, Carter, all got similar good speed, looking good off the edge. We're number 94. I mean, things are looking all right here. Owen Herbert, going to be our middle linebacker too. He actually looks really promising. Field general, nice. Can't do number 99. Can't do number 99. Sorry. Single digits even better. 44. Superstar dev. There you go. Cam Scatterby playing linebacker now, apparently. I believe he's playing 44, right? Gary Burrell, Hoffman. I mean, these are linemen we're not going to start right now, so it probably doesn't matter. But here's the DT, Rayshon Cooper. In development traits, great finesse. 82 finesse. Unbelievable. He's looking at left end, right end, so we'll put him at right end for now. Dev, startup. Once again, you got that old face on him. He's got that old man build. Number 92. Yeah, I'm just ruining everything, huh? 90. All these numbers. I got to stop. 78 power move. 98 strength was that? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Here, looking at Mr. Lang. Don't know if that guy's going to be our starting kicker. I'll tell you that much. Taking a look at the team for season number 5. Basically halfway through this team thing. About 40%. After the season's over, obviously 50%. But this is what the roster looks like. Offensive line, it's not amazing, but 84, well, 91, 84, 83, 86, 81. That's not bad. It's just the problem is you might have to start paying these guys soon. And obviously we have to pay Neighbors. We'll have to pay Adams next season. And then we have some potential defenders to pay. But I think we'll manage. I think we might lose some linemen, but I think the really important positions, sorry, O-line, for kind of crapping on you, like wide receiver, running back, quarterback, that kind of stuff. We should have that all sorted. Oh, we might not be as okay as I thought. We talked about potentially losing Burns to save the day, and yeah, we're going to be losing a lot here, huh? We are losing a lot. Who else do we have down the line? Freeman as well, dude. $48 million left, but Neighbors is going to want a lot of that. 36. It's not even as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be like 40, so 15-8. Doesn't even want it for sure. So Burns is 100% gone, which sucks because he's amazing, but we have no choice. Burns is gone. Hunt, Simmons, Hatcher, Torres, all gone. Damn. I mean, we're only halfway through this and we're losing half our players. Some would say we had a decent season. Some would say 16-1. We were 13-0, I believe, and then lost our first game. Neighbors was great. Thankfully worth the contract, but here are the numbers. The numbers are in. The one team we lost to, of course, the Steelers. I don't know why. I don't know how, but sure, why not? Take a look at the stats and awards. Jaxson Dart with the Falcons scheme still. 49 touchdowns, 7 picks, 4,500 yards. Freeman was pretty damn good with 5 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns, 1,300 yards rushing. Neighbors, 27 touchdowns, 1,700 yards. Wan'Dale Robinson and Adams are like, what about ours? Clemens, 700 yards, 4 touchdowns, rushing. Or the running back had 500 to go with it. O-line was great. Hold on. For a 3-4, not too bad. Of course, Carter, the one guy we actually have long-term, is the one not playing well. I'm moving him to left outside linebacker once we lose Burns. 100%. Not a question about it. But Lawrence was amazing. Simmons, very good too, but we just can't afford him. Phillips, 6 picks. Lang wasn't amazing, but I got to say, outside of Lang, this feels like our year, no? Dart was MVP. We got Offensive Player of the Year, and it wasn't even Dart that got it. Lawrence was number 2 for Defensive Player of the Year. We got Defensive Rookie of the Year with Herbert. Best QB, 2nd for running back, number 1 for wide receiver, 3 for O-line. D-line was 2 and 4. Linebacker was 1. DB was 1. This is one of the strongest across-the-board award win seasons we've had, like, in rebuild history. Unbelievable. As we're going to the championship, the division round, and then hopefully the championship round. The Lions, 10 overalls on them. Please don't lose to the Lions. Just at least get us to the championship round. That's all I ask. End of the game. How we looking? We are looking back and forth so far. 7-0. Okay. 7 points for the Lions. We get another 7. We're back up by 7. Holding that 7-point lead strong. Another 14 total. 21-7 halftime. It's almost the fourth quarter. We're up by 7 still. That should do it. Field goal hopefully should do it. It will not do it, but the defense will really hold on. Wow, we didn't even let them get close. I don't even know if they got past like the 35-yard line. Field goal ties it. Touchdown wins it. We denied the Lions of all teams to not even get past the 30, maybe 35-yard line. Dart was amazing. Goff was pretty good, just didn't have the touchdowns, although they had him on the ground. Freeman was very good. Neighbors was amazing. Who the hell is Jaleel Hill? I don't even know who that is, but Wan'Dale Robinson, Adams, they got some plays in there. Defensively, Burns, Simmons, Shepard, of course. That's a different Ojulari, but to say it's not Aziz. Kicking, Lang got 1 block. Simmons got 1 block, so some blocks in there played a pretty big factor in the game. You know, if their side, wouldn't have gotten blocked, it would have been tied up. And yes, you could say if we didn't get blocked, it would have been a 6-point game, but a 6-point game still isn't safe by any means. Championship round. Are the Giants finally going to win a Super Bowl? They're going against the Falcons, whose scheme we've stolen. Stolen valor, 95 overall to their 90. We are a great team, but that 95 overall is coming crashing down as we're losing a lot in the trenches. I don't even know. Does the salary cap raise by much each year in game? It really, I wonder what it's going to be like for future Maddens, because the salary cap has been exploding pretty much every year in the NFL as we are exploding onto the scene with some points. 31-17, fourth quarter. It's still not over. 8-point game, and that should do it. 15 points, 22. It's, okay, relax. Relax. 48-23. Jaxson Dart threw a pick, but he also threw 6 touchdowns. What a game. Penix wasn't terrible, but that completion percentage was. Freeman, good enough. Just around 4, especially when you compare him to Robinson, who had only a 2.4. It makes him look better. Malik Neighbors with 4 touchdowns. Adams with the other 2. Wide receiver duo of the gods, if you will. Looking at the D-line. Got 2 sacks from Burns, 1 from Carter, 1 from Simmons, and of course Ed Oliver and Rook with their sacks apiece. Bates with a pick. And a clean game from us kicking. Sends us to the Super Bowl. Oh no, the Chiefs. We got to see how they got here. We need to see it. Gotta see it. The freaking Chiefs. Did they have a bye week? They did not. They beat the Patriots by 25, though. I could have went without seeing that. They beat the Browns by 10, and they beat the Bills by 28. Big thing that obviously goes with those is that they're very high-scoring games. Their lowest scoring game was 35 points, I think, right? Unbelievable. Let's take a look at our dev-ups, if we had any, which defenders, maybe. We have the Chiefs by 4 overalls, though. Dart, he's an X-Factor. 94 overall. Superstar X-Factor. I mean, deserves it. He won freaking MVP for God's sake. If he didn't get it with freaking MVP, that'd be unbelievable. Something looks different here on the D. I think it's a lot of players, actually. The DBs went crazy. Simmons is a superstar. I was like, something looks different on defense. Oh, yeah, just like everybody. Every single player went up in dev. We, have Herbert. Look at 84 overall Herbert, though. Damn, he is good. I mean, he got a little bit of XP from Defensive Rookie of the Year, but what a year for that guy. Holy, he is very solid. Holland, massive dev up to superstar. Just massive. 28 years old. We probably should have not... we might still have enough to re-sign one of the linemen, but probably should not have re-signed both safeties, especially since we have Bayless just wasting away here. But the final player, Drew Phillips. We'll probably try to trade a Debo off, or maybe for some sort of lineman. Drew Phillips looking great. Superstar dev. Massive dev up for him. Here it is, though. The Chiefs, I mean, it's a 10-year rebuild, so you'd expect to win at least a Super Bowl, if not multiple, but technically just making the Super Bowl is technically a win. But we'll see. We'll see. I would like to at least say we actually won one rather than default into, well, I mean, it was good enough. 10 years and all we can do is get to the Super Bowl. Yeah, it'd be a little bit of an L. Here we go. End of the game. Good stop with a field goal. Good stop with a touchdown. Sort of a stop with a field goal. 17-3. Still anyone's game. They're starting to get stops. 24-3. It's still anyone's game. As you can see, it's 10. Nope. Okay. Now it's probably over. We got a huge rushing touchdown. The offense is going to continue to score, and Say what you will, but the 3-4 defense actually did hold the Kansas City Chiefs, who have not scored less than 35 points in the playoffs through 3 games, to, well, 17. That's a really good game there. Unbelievable defensive performance. Offense, obviously, very good. It sucks that you have to change the playbooks to get there, but defensively, that's not really much of a change, right? Steelers defense, it's arguably the best 3-4, but the best 3-4 is like the 12th best 4-3. So it's just not even close. 4-3s are so much better in sim. Once again, I get the question every once in a while, is it like that for on the field as well? I don't think so. But at the same time, it's been like 2 Madden since I've actually had a 3-4 defense, right? Like every single team we play as has a 4-3 or already built for a 4-3. Dart, though, did throw that pick, but still outperformed Mahomes. Rushing, Freeman was amazing. Had that 80-yard rushing touchdown, 2 touchdowns in general. Adams, a lot of yards. Neighbors, a lot of yards with 3 touchdowns to go with it. Wicks was their number 1 wide receiver. Why do I feel like Wicks is going to be a Chief? Like, Green Bay can't keep all the wide receivers. They really should be trying to shop some of these guys. But Burns 2.5, Carter half, Mobley and Simmons half apiece. This team might already fall apart because Burns is gone. But I think even if we show up with a little bit of money here in the offseason, we got to let him go. We just can't afford him. Like, right now, we're like half of the money we need for him. So even if we found the money to get him back, we would just put ourselves in a hole to do it. I don't know if that's worth it. But yes, he is very good. But we will at least try, without a doubt. We're going to at least try. If we have to like try to tag him, restructure some players, I don't know. We'll do it. But obviously a lot of mentor types gone. Gino gets a ring with us. Let's go to the moment of truth. 18.5 mil right now. Will that bump? It will not. 18.6, 19 if you will. 5th-year option for Freeman. Yeah, I mean, 33 million plus per year from Burns. We'll lower this. We'll lower this to like pennies just to see what the tag is. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be losing a 95 overall. That's the one thing, though. I wish they had comp picks. When are we going to see that come into the game, you know? 5th-year option of 32, so it's like right around what he's valued at. Simmons is pretty fair. Torres is really fair. I guess we're just going to lose this whole line, huh? We're going to lose everybody. I don't think we can do it. And I mean, maybe we can make room to get Torres, but that's pretty much the best we could do. Do we even do it? Is it even worth it? 2 year 16. All right, see you later, I guess. We're just too broke. But here's the thing. Good thing we prepared for days like these. Not only have we already drafted a few backup linemen, years behind, right? We have really just the need for 2 linemen at most, at least. Could get a 3rd, right? We have left guard, center, but that's really it. 2 is all we need, but a 3rd just for the future. And then we did focus O-line, so we're ready for it. And then, of course, we drafted Ridley. Ridley's going to come in, be the starter. It sucks because, Burns still has another 3 years left under, his belt. It's just we can't afford that belt anymore. And, of course, with Cooper, he'll fill in for Collins. Already forgot his name. We have our, replacements in set and, in order, but it still sucks losing very talented players. Of course, a Debo is going to be, like, right here about to be gone, so definitely can trade him off for somebody. All right, we trade a Debo to the Niners for Maynard and a 3rd-round pick. This Maynard guy is 24 years old already, but he does have 3 years left on his contract, so we actually only need 1 lineman now. We have $28 million, which is good. We need all the money we can get, but this with free agency looks like this is how bad things have gotten. Jalen Hurts is a free agent. Burns, obviously, a free agent. Landon Dickerson, not Jaxson, a free agent. Obviously, our Simmons a free agent. Ragnow, free agent, even though he's supposed to be retired. Latham's a free agent. Of course, our guard, Bernie Hunt, is a free agent. The thing is, he is green interest for us, and, of course, no one can really afford anybody because the salary cap is not keeping up. So I'm going to go crazy and just try to lowball the literal hell out of him. Maybe even down to a 10 mil per year, which would be insanity of a contract. How much are we looking at? 12? I mean, I'd do 12. I doubt we get him, but that'd be crazy. You never know. So far, so good. I mean, we're still the high team. Nobody can afford him. He's a very good player. Just nobody can afford him. And after 6 different eval periods, We end up getting Bernie Hunt on a 4-year, 12 per year deal. 48 mil. Wow. I mean, that's a steal. Does it still set us back a little bit, potentially? But that is a steal, and you can't complain. All right, we're in the draft. What are we thinking is our biggest need? Like, we obviously have the future-proof, but what are we thinking? O-line is kind of up there. You have a really good offensive lineman in Spencer Shields, 43 bench press reps, a bunch of A's and B's. There's a good chance this guy's generational. And I think if you think that, you try to get him. I can't go higher than top 10, though. I'll go to the Saints. If he's there at 10, I guess I'll try. But yeah, I can't go any higher. Even if I think the guy's generational, it's just not a generational position where I feel like I absolutely need them. We already have a pretty damn good O-line as is anyways. And he's still there. Okay, so I guess I have to try. Yeah, I can't do it. Can't do it. But I can trade it to the Patriots as he falls down to 19. And, I mean, his top 5, he looks great. I don't know if he actually is generational, but I'm willing to take that chance. Spencer Shields will find out. Well, I guess we won't find out because he is a top 5. We know he's at least top 5. That gives me a pretty good idea that he's going to be very good, though. Number 1 true talent, that's minimum 77 overall. 97 strength hidden. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Going to go all the way down to 32. I can't trade up. We literally have no other picks this draft besides this second-round pick. So if we're taking anyone, it's going to be at this spot or later even. Safety, sort of a need still. Got a couple other guards that look good. Could trade down to the end of the 3rd into the 4th. Grab Baker. Maybe get lucky with one of the linebackers. I mean, really my biggest goal here is to get as much good talent as possible. You, of course, have a 6'5 corner as well. You're taking that chance that maybe you get a superstar. A lot of times they are normal, but yeah, that's the plan. Trade down to the end of the 3rd into the 4th. We get a pretty good trade here, in my opinion. We trade a 2nd and 6th this year, a 6th 2 years from now, for a 3rd and a 4th this year from the Browns, which are late picks, and a 3rd next year. Of course, 27 is kind of screw us over a little bit. We're probably not going to get much, but we're at least going to get a lineman. Hopefully, maybe there's a linebacker there. I can't trade up, though, so we do have some. We have a lot of options, actually. We have a tight end if we really wanted to go that route. Plenty of offensive linemen. What about Jaleel Lynch? I know he's fast, but is he good? I think he's pretty good. I'm going to trade, or not trade, but draft him. 91 true. And he's hidden. There you go. Those speedy linebackers, man. They are hidden often. Let's go to the next round. See if there's any linemen there other than the day 3. Might be able to move down a little bit. Yeah, we can move down a little bit until one of these guys is gone. Our depth, whether it be draft picks or player talent, is really thin. We make the trade up to the Raiders, which we will be taking the other lineman, I think. We are. Mr. Jake Childress. We already have a pretty damn good O-line, even after losing all those linemen, but why not more? Why not more? All right, let's take a look at that draft recap. We have, he's an 83 overall. What a draft pick. We only have 3 players this year because he traded up, but got to be generational, right? That power blocking is through the roof. I kind of want him as a center, though. Is that strange? Just have an insanely strong center. Superstar Devs center. I want him at center, I think. That's what I'm going to play him, I think. I should put him at left guard. That trade for Maynard seems stupid now, but whatever. Jaleel Lynch. Doesn't really matter because he's our number 3 middle linebacker anyways. And then same for Childress. I guess they're going to be... should we move him over? Keep him at center as well. I think Spencer Shields is actually going to play our left guard spot, not center. All right, year 6. The team looks a little different, obviously. We've been losing some names, but we've been winning some bowls of soup. Offensive line, it's still just as good as before, really. Despite losing some names, Shields, 83 overall right out the gate. That's what's going to do it for you. Center, a little bit of lower overall. Maynard's kind of being wasted here, but we've got some linemen. We got a backup in Childress, backup in Maynard. So if we have to lose Robertson, we're ready to go again. Skill positions, outstanding. Tight end might be lost, though. Defensively, no more Brian Burns. This pass rush could suffer dramatically. No Collins. Could suffer dramatically. We'll see what we look like at re-sign time, but we're managing. All right, $73 million. Obviously, Adams is one of those guys that we need to pay. He's not as bad as I thought. Again, similar. It's not cheap, but it's not too expensive. How much is it? $30 million per. We'll do 5. I was going to do 6, but 31, you start to get a little bit agely. It's not my favorite thing to see. Would prefer to keep as many players as possible, so Mobley might be one of them. Clemens, $10 million per year. So the tackle's gone. 16 I can't afford. Need to, get new safety in there. Holland's getting older. Wandale Robinson, he's not a bad value, but Wide receiver 3 doesn't matter as much for us. We're losing Thomas, which is the biggest lineman loss we're about to have, but he's getting older. We're getting broker, you know? We got Carrington, so I'd like to keep about 10 here, minimum. So we'll see what we can do. So what do we want to do? Nose tackle, we have a backup there, but obviously he's nowhere near as good as Shepard and never will be. I can't believe he has finesse, but how has he played? He really hasn't done much. So Shepard's gone. Then we move on to Mobley, where I like the price, you know, about 10, maybe 11 per. He takes it lower than I would have thought, to be fair. Clemens, how is he playing? I think he's been pretty good for us. He has been not good this year. What the hell is happening this year? Oh, yeah, it's only week 3. I forgot. I went early because I wanted to see what I needed to focus on for the scouting report. Clemens, he's been good, not great. I'll give him a 4-year. I think we live with a 4-year. $28 million left over. I think you let everyone else go. You replace the lineman. You replace the wide receiver if you need to. That's fine. It almost happened. We almost did it. 16-1 again. 32-2. Technically more because we won a Super Bowl in a row. That Falcons scheme, it might be the best in the game. We've been talking, so much about the Packers lately, and I guess maybe it's not. I mean, the Packers are maybe a little more balanced, perhaps, but I mean, we're getting great numbers at the Falcons scheme. Dart, 3,200 yards, 44 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Freeman, 1,200 yards, 4.6 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns. I mean, yeah, you're not getting as much in the ground game as the Packers scheme, and your receiving numbers, it's really all about the slot. If you're not in the slot, you're not that guy. Wan'Dale Robinson, 22 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Neighbors, 900 yards, 900 for Adams. Almost 1,000 for Clemens. Really close. Should be a superstar. Glad to pay him, too. O-line, Thomas has been kind of bad last couple of years. Ridley, Carter. So left out is great in this scheme, no matter who it is. Well, Carter is good, to be fair. Ridley, really good, though, where Carter wasn't in that right out spot. Lawrence is great. Cooper and Shepard, not so much. Picks, pretty low. Kicking, clean. Don't know how we have 2 kickers, but clean. Behringer, pretty good. Kick return, punt return game, not much going on there. Third in offensive yardage. MVP, Herbert 1, Dart number 2. Almost won back-to-back MVPs, or Jaxson Dart, of all players. Carter, number 2 for Defensive Player of the Year. Robinson, number 2 for Offensive Player of the Year. No rookie award wins. Best QB, best running back at 4, best wide receiver at 1, best O-line twice. And Shields was literally a starter. So, genuinely a generational lineman. Like, genuinely. Carter, really good stuff. Best linebacker and all. Be nice to see Ridley go up and dead, but I don't know. Don't think they're going to give it to him. Of course, we already won a Super Bowl, so no. No. That's not how we do it. We already win a Super Bowl. We don't go in. But if we have a Super Bowl, back-to-back situation coming on here, then you do. If you have a chance at back-to-back, you do it. But yes, after this, if we lose right here, we are simming the Super Bowl, or the playoff runs. Try to save some time. Don't want you guys here all year, I appreciate you. I don't mind you being here. But I know you guys got other things to do, all right? Although, personally, when I watch YouTube, I usually have it on in the background anyways while I'm doing something else, so maybe not. Maybe it's fine. Oh my God, the scoring. Back and forth, 41-28. 41-35. Oh my Lord, we almost choked that game away. Some crazy scores in there. It was like within like a minute of each other. Both quarterbacks, they've had their flaws and their wins in this one. I will say Jordan Love, man, those interceptions in the playoffs, they've become a problem. Definitely have become a problem. But defensively, bunch of sacks. It was a crazy game, though. I mean, that is one of the wildest games ever in the playoffs. I mean, just turnovers left and right, sacks, big plays. That's a freaking playoff game, baby. We're now headed to the championship round, taking on the 15-2 Vikings. They are not messing around. Is this the part of the rebuild where we have built such like a foundation and have such a cycle of backups that no team can compete with us? I mean, these teams are keeping up somewhat, but as far as win-loss goes, there's not really anyone on our par right now. Although the Vikings they have a chance. They have a legit chance here, and 4th and 3 from the 30. I mean, this is the game on the line. I really don't want to be out here for this, but I do want to witness it, weirdly enough. I don't know who the hell to play as. I guess Cooper, because he's not that good. But then here we are with a free rush. We technically would have... Well, actually, no, we did make the play because it's 4th down. We instantly impacted the game. It is what it is. I want to run the ball once. I want to see if this guy feels any... Oh, hey, I don't want to know how a guy feels. You tricked me. I want to see if this guy plays similar to Harrison. I mean, feels sort of like it. All right, once again, I just said it. I really want to run this trap play. Trap plays, I think they're, for me personally, making a little bit of a comeback. Oh my God, left guard, please. Left center? Left, I don't know. Can't be left guard because Shields is not a white fella. So it's definitely the center. Bot. I mean, our run game doesn't feel as good here, I'll tell you that much. These sliders, man, they're crazy. Maybe it could be worse in our Chupacabras franchise. Either way, 31-27 to the Super Bowl. Back-to-back chances here. We have Dart 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Freeman, not great. Neighbors, really good. Wandale, not bad. Carter, 3 sacks. Was Burns actually holding him back? Apparently so. The Browns versus the Jets, and the Browns win. So we're taking on the Browns. This is actually ironic because this was going to be one of the two that were going to be our 10-year rebuilds. So, maybe we do that for the next one, perhaps. Russ Clemens, superstar development trade, 90 overall. He's a superstar. He had a great year, to be fair, so it makes sense that he did go up and down. Who else? Hopefully Ridley. I doubt it, though, but maybe. And no, unfortunately not Ridley. Holland goes to an X Factor, though, so very unfortunate that we're going to be losing him, although we don't have to. We could try to keep him if we wanted to, so we'll see. But as of right now, just try to keep those options open down the line. Here it is, though. The Browns, chance at a two-peat. The back-to-back. Going to the end of the game. 3-0. We answer back with 7. 7-3, 7-10. Still 7-10. They're holding strong on defense. We do get a touchdown. It's a 1-point game now after their field goal. Back and forth, nothingness. Giants offense got to do something. They've got one last chance here with the stop. Down 5. I don't know if they're going to have the time. 10 seconds left. Need to make a play. Malik Neighbors one-on-one. You got 2 really good players going against each other. Who's better? It apparently seems to be Neighbors, who's going to beat Denzel Ward into the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, no. He had the man stumbling. Why would they one-on-one press man against Neighbors? I don't care who your corner is. That's a problem. Perfect throw by Dart. Beautiful. Unbelievable. I think we're winning this game. Got like no seconds left. Got the 2-point for whatever reason as well. I would have kneeled the ball there, to be honest. I wouldn't trust any of that. Or run the ball, I suppose. But 22-19. Back-to-back Super Bowls have been won. And we might be starting our reign of terror. Looking at the numbers, a lot of incompletions from Dart, but 3 touchdowns, 224 yards. Fair enough. Running game wasn't great. Man, this offense really did struggle. If it wasn't for us right there at the end, not only did they lose, but they lose in like really bad fashion. A lot of field goals. It wasn't enough for them. And we do win 2 straight Super Bowls. Retirements, as usual for us, probably going to be some mentors. Probably not even a point looking because we usually just don't keep people long enough to even have that. Was that Grenard? Okay. We just usually don't keep people long enough to have them retire on our team, so it's kind of a rare sighting anyways. 11 mil. Okay, I guess you can keep the safety. Damn. We had like 30 mil, decided not to, and we didn't have anybody we're negotiating. We had, 30 mil, decided not to pay anyone because they're like, let's just save it. Let's save the money. And now we have way less than that. Wandale Robinson obviously goes to Superstar as well. Damn, we are losing a lot here. This could be falling apart. No left tackle, no right tackle. Our DT's gone. Our free safety's gone. And our number 3 wide receiver's gone. So, all right, got to get back to drafting well, unfortunately. Might have to use some of the existing talent on this O-line to play tackle for us. Either way, now 43 mil wants to show up. Fantastic. Brian Bird's back in free agency. Whoever got him couldn't afford him. Now, I highly doubt we're going to get him. But I am, once again, in the business of you can't win if you don't put your name in the hat. All right? So we are going to go insane low. I mean, it takes literally months to get to this point. That's how low ball this is. Although it's right where we were with that right guard we had. $14 million per year over 3. Keeps us at $30 million. TJ Watt, cool. Don't really need him. Robinson, obviously cool, but don't really need him, honestly, to be like, we really don't. And then I would like to get our safety back, but I could just use Bayless. Some other teams want him. Yeah, I mean, he's good. I'll do a 1 year. I don't want to be tied up, especially at a safety position. 1 year, 10. Puts our name in the hat again. Let's see if we get him. We do get Holland back, which is sweet. Don't get Andrew Thomas, but nobody is even offering him, so not the worst case scenario. Could you imagine we actually got Thomas back on $14 million per year because the market is just dead because nobody can afford anybody? Burns to the Cardinals, it looks like. Thomas joins us back. 3 year, $42 million. What a theft. That's almost like what he wanted per year. And we get him for 3 more years like that, which is almost the rest of the rebuild, right? We're entering year 7, so that's 1 year shy. So excited to be here. I'm ready to win a Super. Yeah, you've won 2 of them, buddy. I get it, right? I'm not going to be one of those, like, you know, I'm pretty critical at times of EA in the game, but I'm not going to be one of those guys, right? Okay, I'm like, oh, look how stupid that is, dude. He's acting as if he's not been here. It's like, I get it, right? Especially a big franchise guy like that. It's pretty rare to see a guy, you know, who's demanding big money, not get the big money from the team, go to the open market, and then come back. It is very rare to see that. Once they're in the open market, whether it's pride or just wanting a new change of scenery, the odds of them returning is just a GG, right? It's just not happening, unfortunately. But, yeah, there you have it. Andrew Thomas back on a cheap deal. Holland back on a cheap deal. Are we the GOATs? Maybe. Really, really needed that, though, at the left tackle spot, because tackle is really hard to get. Hunt, yes, he's a little hefty in the weight department for tackle. Maybe not the longest with 6'4", but that's long enough. But he's got insane finesse, so he is our right tackle. Don't care what you say. We're in the draft. We have pick 32, and there's a lot of corners that are 1 to 2, 2 to 3, so I'm willing to just go down here. And, you know, there should be somebody there. Who the hell is this? I didn't look at 23-year-old DTs. I didn't look at DTs that high in general. But we do need one. Because Westbrook's currently our nose tackle, and I don't like him. He's normal def. Not my fan. Not my favorite. Knight would be a better option, in my opinion. Cornerbacks, Underwood and Teal. I scouted 3 guys here at the bottom of the cornerback list. One of them is gone, meaning we're getting close to the end. I think Teal's the better of the 2. Is that who I take? Marcus Teal. It is. I think he's normal dev, though. I worry. 17 true. He's a slot corner, though. Those guys do get dev ups pretty consistently. Let's go to 32 in a second now. We do have another third-round pick there, 31. Did we not get an extra third-round pick? Oh, that is. So we actually, I didn't even think about it. We traded for 31. Man, that is unlucky, huh? That is really unlucky. DT is kind of our big need, so I am going to be taking that position. Silas Knight. Sounds like Silent Knight. 25 true. Hidden dev. Not bad. I think Dexter Lawrence is actually going to move to nose tackle for us as well. He's played well in, you know, as a right end, but I think it'd be great either way. Do we want a safety? I didn't really put safety on my list, but there's a lot of good ones, it seems. All right, so we're going to trade up for one of those safeties, a 3rd, a 4th this, a 7th this, a 4th next, a 6th 2 years from now to get the 3rd-round pick from the Steelers, which ones are going to be taking a safety. There's a big-looking safety, 6'3", he's got some speed. I do worry, though, because that guy is kind of enticing, which usually the enticing players are usually the ones that are kind of iffy, but I think I'm going to take the chance here. He's got good man as well. This guy could be a special player. 28 true. He is hidden, actually. This guy looks great. Could even play linebacker if you really needed him to. And now for our last pick in the 3rd round, I'm thinking we may have found one of those wide receiver build types, which would be insane to actually have. When we actually need a wide receiver, it actually works out really, really well. I don't know if he actually is, but he looks like one to me, so I'm going to take a chance on him. Lucas Chapman, 235 true. Normal dev, but yeah, look at that speed. 95 speed, 90 throw power. Not the best dev, not the best overall, but that doesn't, even though the jumping is low, seem like a wide receiver at minimum running back build. He looks so weird. He just does not look like a fast player, but let's see. I'm really excited to see this. I'm curious. All right, we're broke as hell as usual. Cornerback 75 overall. He is normal dev, but we'll still take a look at him anyways. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player, just normal dev, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the next guy, which is a defensive tackle. I think he's going to be right end or left end. I don't know which one we need. And then, oh, nice. He's actually really good. And DeMarcus Lawrence is going to go to Dexter Lawrence. Hopefully I didn't call him DeMarcus much this rebuild. That'll be really bad because it's not even just like messing up his name, but messing him up with former Cowboy. Oh, Lord. But Zion Roberts, kind of the last player we're going to be looking at here, dev-wise, really good hit power. This is the future of safety for you on this team. I mean, we need a free safety more than a strong, but he looks like a strong safety. Either way, we're going to put him at free, I guess. The Antonio Brown face mold. 6'6" overall. This looks like a wide receiver, right? Does it show it? I don't think any of this shows it. Let's move to wide receiver. What that overall look like. Number 7 is definitely not a wide receiver number, but I mean, you can put it at that. Let's see what his overall jumps to, hopefully. I mean, it goes up. I don't know. Okay, so it is definitely the wide receiver build, but he's still insanely raw. Fair enough. He has none of the catching traits either. Is he? I mean, it's got to be, right? There's no way other random quarterbacks just have those ratings. Those are definitely usable ratings. Here we go. What is it? Season 7 now? We added Terry McLaurin to the squad because I thought it would be pretty damn hilarious to win him a ring in New York. But the team looks pretty good, actually. Shields obviously glowed up crazy. 9 overalls. Right tackle looks great. Left tackle looks great. I mean, things are just as good as they were last season. And, we lost some names. But, yeah, we've got some more future-proofing going on. Ridley, would have loved to see the dev up, but still fine. Roberts, it's crazy that we drafted Bayless to some point start over one of the safeties, and yet he's still here sitting back up. He's still here. If Newman needs a contract, though, he's probably 28, 29 by now. He probably does get let go, and we pay Bayless. So this could work out pretty well, actually, the timing-wise. All right, another early season re-signings. Oh, God, I hate this contract, but we've got to pay it. Freeman, 5-year, 102. $38 million left. Carrington, I would love to. Is this the year we finally lose Lawrence? I'm thinking it might be. Reiner's definitely gone. Bayless is a 2-year 10. That is not bad. I don't know if I want to do more than a 3-year. Yeah, we'll do a 4-year. 4-year 20 is too good to pass on. Carrington obviously got to keep. He is just a talent. $22 million left, or about $20 million left. We're going to lose Holland. We're going to lose Lawrence. We're going to lose Reiner. We're going to lose Newbin. We're going to lose Banks, but that's not that bad. That's not too bad. It's obviously Dexter Lawrence you're losing the most, but then you have Ridley coming up, so that's going to be a problem too. So just one at a time. We're losing some players here and there. All right. I don't think we're going to have the bye week this time. 12-5. Good year, but not as good as the Buccaneers had. Dart, number 2 for yards. Take a look at these numbers. 47 touchdowns, 6 picks, 4,500 yards. Freeman, not a lot of touchdowns, but a good yardage. 3 guys in the 1,000 range. Chapman, I put him in the slot because I'm like, well, Adams and Neighbors don't really need to develop. Chapman sort of does. Pretty easy to win Rookie of the Year, huh? I imagine that's Rookie of the Year. 18 touchdowns is hard to beat. O-line, our center gave up 12 sacks. Okay. Everyone else has been great, but yeah, I don't know what that's about. Pass rush. Yeah, I can see why we lost some more games than normal. We're, 32-2 over the last 2 years. And then we lost a bunch this year. I mean, everyone's just kind of playing worse. Kicker was worse. Pass rush was worse. Dart won MVP again. He's been running amok, but that's him. That's one player, even if it is the quarterback. We win offensive and defense Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback. O-line number 2. Childress just, even though he's not starting, he's just trying to sneak his name in there, trying to win an award just in case he does start down the line. I respect it. We are still, though, even if we are not in a bye week, with a Super Bowl streak. So we're going to go back in and watch this thing out. Dak's still the Cowboys quarterback. I mean, there is a significant drop-off in wins and production on the field. Will this be our end of the streak? All right, end of the game, 7-0, 7-7. Giants answer back, 14-7, 21-7, 28-7. I think it's looking pretty bad for us right now. 31-14.5. I mean, if they could score 31.5, why can't we? There's 7 of them. Not over. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Are we going to take the lead? We do. Up by 1. I'm telling you. If they can score those points, we can too. However, they are playing this nearly perfectly. All right, we're down 2. Field goal wins you the game. Problem is, I don't know how you put yourself in this situation, but we're at the 19-yard line instead of the base minimum 30. The greatest kick of all time, I guess. Let's get to the tight end. Just get some yards, get upfield. It's about 9 yards. A little bit of time wasted, but you get out of bounds. You get back to where you're supposed to be. Almost the 30. All right, corner strike. I mean, this Chapman fella is fast, so we'll give him a streak. We'll give him a streak. Does he have this? In behind the defense! How does that keep happening? I mean, it took even a long time in our Chupacabras franchise on these sliders to get the deep shot going with a 97 speed, 6'7" wide receiver. I will say this guy's 6'2", 95 speed. Dart with, I mean, he's like one of the best deep balls of all time. Because, I mean, apparently, because he's done it a couple times now for us. And he's just hit it every time. Unbelievable. They played, I could see right away they were playing this corner. So I guess they didn't even follow through with it. But, yeah, I don't know what the safety's doing. It's the only guy we have going deep. I mean, it's not terrible coverage. I don't even know who this guy is, but he's probably slow. Cook got cooked. Let's take a look at his overall real quick. Can't believe we almost lost to a Dak Prescott, though. Cook, 93 speed. He is fast, and he's 6'3", so, yeah, I don't even know how the hell we got that, but I'm down. I mean, I'll show you guys. One sec here. Here you go. Where is it? I'll show you the game. All Madden. Simulation style. So, that is what it is. Let's go to Super Sim. Because that simulation, or the game style, it matters just as much. Like, they almost won. I'm pretty sure you could play on All Madden Arcade, and it would literally feel like rookie difficulty. Arcade, the style, I think, is more important than the actual game difficulty, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, Dart, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. Dak Prescott, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Freeman was pretty bad. I mean, really, it was Jaxson, Dart versus the world in this one. Chapman, pretty good game, even without our help. You know, he's over 100 yards with a touchdown without our throw there. The Cowboys, I mean, defensively, they did everything they could, but offensively, you didn't expect us to come in with the Hail Mary type shot, did you? To the divisional round, we have the Saints, 95 overall for us still. One way or another, we're going to get to that 95 overall during the playoffs. End of the game, how we faring? 3-0. 7-3. 7-6. 7-13. 19-7. 26-7. Oh my lord, this defense. 29-7. Not a perfect offensive performance, but an amazing, damn near perfect defensive performance. 29-7. We're headed to the championship round. Doug Dickinson. What a name. Both of those quarterbacks. Fair enough. Kind of a tame game, though. I mean, we didn't really need to do much since we just played defense and put up a couple points here and there. Moving on. Still have a chance at the 3-peat. When did we go on the run in the Raiders rebuild? Was it? It must have been year 4, huh? Year 4? Maybe it was year 5, actually. I think it was year 4. Pretty sure it was year 4. I think. Either way. Year 4, year 5, those are the numbers. Those are usually when you start building up a team. 9-8 Vikings. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. End of the game. What are we looking like? Got the stop, I think. We do. We get a field goal only out of it, but still, it's more than 0 points. 6-0. And just like that, 1 touchdown wipes away those 2 field goal drives. 8-point game, 11-point game, 3-point game, 4-point game in our favor. We get the pick. Could have put it away. We don't. And the Vikings just can't beat the defense. 21-17. There is definitely a significant drop-off in offensive performance this year, even though Dart was the MVP. Good performance from him. Freeman was good. Receivers, Chapman had a great game. Neighbors, 72 with a touchdown. Adams, 52 yards. I can't believe we actually kept the 2 wide receivers intact, though. Pretty impressive. Will McDonald, really good. Scorton, really good. Anderson, good. Our pass rush is non-existent in these playoffs so far. A couple of picks, though. We'll take them. Super Bowl, who we got? Chiefs? Probably the Chiefs. The Browns again. Okay, the Browns have been making a run. Almost don't even want to do a Browns freaking 10-year rebuild anymore. Let me know what team you guys like to see in the comment section below. I don't know. Browns, I think, would have been a really good one, but now I'm seeing the Browns do some things, and I'm not loving it. Chapman, really good year. Goes to a 79 overall, which is, I think, fair enough, right? Rookie of the year type of season. Star development trait. What do we got for the attributes? Short, 82. Medium, 80. Deep route, 83. Really good catching. 81 release. This guy's a problem already. Doesn't have any catching traits, but for 6'2", 95 speed, he looks good. I mean, that's a wide receiver 2 now, even though he's our number 3. And then defensively, Ridley goes a superstar. I don't know if anyone else went up, but that's great. That's really all I needed to see, honestly, is Ridley going to Superstar. That was the one last kind of dev up we've been missing, and he does do it. Get the double freaking brace, by the way. That's crazy work. Either way, here it is. 3 in a row, potentially. Also, got to a 96 overall. Pretty cool. End of the game. How we looking? 3-0. 6-0. It's kind of how we started off last game, which I don't know if that's good or not, because we ended up winning that game 13-7, 14-13. Like I said, this offense has not been the same. Up by 4, down by 3. Browns driving, down by 10. The run could be over, down by 7. You got to get a touchdown this drive. They are moving. 4th and 1, you get the conversion. Clock is gone, and we run out of time. It's crazy that you run out of time with 3 timeouts, so that's got to be fixed. Like, the common sense stuff needs to be fixed, like, desperately. Like, it really desperately needs to be fixed. Just, that's bad enough as is, but the stuff that really needs to be fixed is when you're in-game. I need to do a freaking wish list video, so give me some ideas. I have a lot of them, but I know I'm going to forget something. But, yeah, I mean, just the AI, throwing the ball away when they have a scramble for 9 yards and they could easily get out of bounds, or just in general not getting out of bounds when they can. I get it. Like, we're maybe used to our AIs being good, but if you actually play other games, like play like an ASIM game, like a Dead by Daylight or, a TCM or, stuff like that, you'll actually know that AI's coding is pretty tough. Most games have bad AI coding. So the fact that, we even have Madden to the point where, like, the AIs are pretty good for the most part, it's impressive. Like, in those games, they can't even get the AI to, like, be a killer. Like, they can't even get AIs right to chase down you as a human. It's really just the technology somehow just isn't there. The coding just isn't there. It's really bad. It's really easy to beat. I mean, you look at a game like Fortnite, like, I don't even know if they still have bots. It's been a while since I played that game, but when they were first introducing those, you could tell the difference instantly, because they can't make intricate things like decision making or this, that, and the other thing. The best they can do is make them laser you, which nobody wants that, right? That'd be stupid. If your head's out, they can kill you instantly. Because obviously, if you played Call of Duty Veteran difficulty, obviously over the years, they've been able to snipe you. They've been able to cook you. Josh Jacobs retires. Is that Daniil Hunter retires? And of course, we finally have a coordinator thing. It's been a while since we've seen this. I guess since Dart is a QB, that's going to be the guy we focus on here. But yeah, long story short, coding AIs isn't easy, but EA's got a lot of years of practice with it. For a long time, that was like their bread and butter, right? The AI aspect. Now it's kind of like head-to-head, more user than just AI. And then, obviously, Ultimate Team. But even that, you still need the AIs to play well, because user can't play all 13 or 11 positions, A 13 position? What the hell is this guy yapping about? But yeah, speaking of, what am I yapping about? Long story short, AI coding's hard. I don't care. I want it to be better. 5th-year option for Ridley. I mean, we can't afford this, and even if we did want to, it'd be cheaper to re-sign him long-term next year. So we're going to try to get our financials right. Let Lawrence go. Let Holland go. Reiner, Newman, all these guys are going to be gone. Newman still goes up an overall, by the way. But who do we have next year? Does it show? It does not. I'm concerned, but we're going into year 8. Did not win the Super Bowl there, by the way. So we don't actually watch the Super Bowls anymore. We just sim the game, see if we can win. So not quite the run we had with the Raiders, but back to back, it's pretty good. 3 straight Super Bowls, maybe 4 straight Super Bowl trips. At least 3 trips, 1, 2 in a row. Look at all these good players. No one can afford Bosa. No one can afford Anderson. No one can afford Dexter Lawrence. We've been over this. We've been down this road before. The old Lowball City. Have you ever been to Lowball City? Because we are currently living there, in case you were wondering. You now know where you live. Look at the map. It literally says Lowball City. I don't know what you're looking at here, but 1 year 14. Oh, hey now. Let's relax a little bit on the hostilities. You want to join us and you know it. Oh, who's this? Jerry Blumberg? He's not amazing, but he's good. We've got 3 years left. I wish I could just get Dexter Lawrence back for 3 years. I really want to just bump this, but I can't because then I have to redo it. I mean, he probably retires at 35, but I'll do it. 2 year, what the hell is in that number? 28? 2 year 28? Sounds good to me. We saved quite a bit of money. he gets to stay with the Giants. Everyone wins, except for his agent. We're not going to get him. Someone else is going to come in and sweep him. I honestly don't know if they accept 2 years. Not 2 years, but 2 bars. Well, we know what we're drafting. It's DT, whether we get Lawrence or not. At least I think. There might be some other positions. Safety is... safety's fine. Safety is fine. We have all of our safeties in order. Everything's A-okay. Come on, Dexter. Stop it. Damn, he's still not going to join. We might lose him. He might be one of those like straight-up free agents that you get, after the draft and all that's over, and you just have to pay them the 1-year deal that they're asking. No negotiations for some reason. There you go. 2-year, 28. Oh, I love it. It is actually kind of fun. It's like actually pretty fun to like have this kind of situation where nobody could afford anyone. You can lowball them, and sooner or later they probably will just accept it because no other teams are even trying to lowball. Fair enough. And as much as Nubin is definitely lowballable, that's not even Nubin. Jesus Christ. I want to start Bayless. I gotta start the guy. He's been sitting back up for so long. We paid him a 4-year, 20. Let the guy start. Give him a chance. All right, back in the draft, and as of right now, not actually anything we need to draft, but obviously, as always, O-line, edge, maybe, linebacker, safety, corner, the positions of use that we might be looking at. Madison's still there. I scouted some of these guys. Could be more of a safety than a corner. Don't know his 40 time, but left side shows great. This guy, based on great. Okay, let's take a guess. Great speed, I'm thinking 92 to 93. I'm thinking 93 speed, 94 Excel. That's what we're taking. I just want to see his speed in Excel just to be guessing it. 8 true talent, normal dev. We were wrong on the Excel, but right on the speed. A good player, just unfortunately normal dev. We're now at pick 31 in the second round. We actually have the DT still there, but we also have a different safety. Don't know the zone, but seen he was athletic, so obviously I put him on the board. Probably should have scouted him further. I just didn't think safety is that big of a need because we got some guys with some contracts. Watkins might not even be a great player for us here either because he is a nose tackle. We have Lawrence for a couple of seasons, but I suppose the other D end we don't have for that long, so... yeah, screw it. I am going to take Watkins. Maybe he's our future nose tackle. Please be hidden, though. That's all I ask. 34 true. Yes! What a pick. I mean, that's our nose tackle for the rest of this rebuild. Well, going next season, maybe. Not this season, but for the rest of this rebuild after next season, more than likely, when we can't afford our defensive end. Well, I guess he's IDL. But we are now late third. Could look at a running back. I also like Snow because he's really fast. That's good enough for me. All I need to do is see some speed. 128 true, hidden development trait, fast. And then damn near Mr. Irrelevant, got a speedy little wide receiver. We'll take some depth. 214 true, normal dev. All right, draft recap. How we looking? 77 overall, 74 overall. Tight end is super low. But he was hidden, so I don't really mind. Yeah, he's raw, sure, I guess. But he's got all the catching traits. He's big, he's fast. His catching's not that bad. This is a guy you could easily develop. What's the dev anyways? I'm feeling superstar. I'm wrong. I really thought it was going to be superstar with that lower overall. Usually the lower overall, the higher the dev. Marcus Madison, 77 overall. That will be a free safety. I wonder if he goes up in overall or not. Usually you think they will, but they don't. 77 overall, 2. Oh, he does go up. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, fair enough. Screw me, I guess. Let's see if we could trade off Westbrook. I think we still have him for this season. And if we do, we need to trade him because we already have this guy as our nose tackle. Superstar dev. It's not going to change anything, though. We just can't afford to start him. We've got better players in front of him. One thing I do worry about is Ridley. I don't know if we're going to be able to pay Ridley. I'm hoping we do. Hoping we can. Here's an upgrade for Dart. See what kind of upgrades he gets. Obviously something to do with his throwing. All right. Can we skip this, please? Can please? Sir? Man, they need to freaking streamline this. A little bit of XP, a little bit of ratings. Sure, all that for that. Just for me to not even really actually know without looking. Traded Westbrook over to the Lions for a third-round pick, a late third-round pick, because they were offering me an 83 overall left tackle with a third-round pick. So I was like, okay, you keep the left tackle because that's just a crazy evaluation of a trade, but we'll take that third. All right, season number 8, the Super Bowl streak is over, so we're going to be simming the playoffs, so one by one, of course. The team still looks pretty good. It's a 96 overall, and we've been holding on with a 3-4 this entire time. All right, this is what I worry about. Negotiations. Oh, it's Jover. No Ridley, no Herbert, no Drew Phillips, no Hoffman, no Cooper. Do we even care that much? Sort of, kind of. Actually, we do care a lot, don't we? No Maynard, and yeah. Anyone in the future? Who else we got? Shields already. Not going to be able to afford them. Negative 12 mil. Oh, no. That's bad. All right, pretty damn good season. Definitely in the playoffs. Could have the bye week again, which we do. 13-4. Oh, my. Look at the numbers. Number 1, running back, wide receiver, and QB. I have not seen that in a while. As you can see, a lot of wins there. Lost to the Eagles at the end, who are really not great. They were like 4-12, I think. They end up with a 5-12 season after that W. But let's take a look at these numbers. Still rocking that Falcons offense, obviously. Unbelievable. That's one of the best not even one. That's like the best season ever in the history of the league. 55-5 with a 74% completion percentage rating, almost 5,000 yards. Freeman, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. Neighbors with 32 touchdowns in a year. That's like that's better than quarterback numbers. That's like a really good season for a quarterback. Pass rush, obviously really good. Lawrence, maybe not the best. Cooper, definitely not the best. Drew Phillips, 5 picks. Herbert, 3. Carrington, 2. Bayless and Teal with 1. Lang was okay. Cole was great. Kick return, punt return game, no touchdowns. Yearly awards, you might take the offensive sweep. We got the MVP again. Neighbors, no defensive player of the year, no rookie of the year. Best QB, best running back, best wide receiver. O-line at 3 again with Childress. D-line at 8. Linebacker 1 and 3. DB at 1. Kicker, no. But here we are, headed to the divisional round. We are going to be simming these, trying to cut some of the time in half here a little bit. Also, we've already seen ourselves win pretty nicely. I imagine, we're the best team. There's a good chance we win these games anyways. And we, I believe, do, right? No, we don't. We actually lost. That's why it shows contract extended. Now it's going to probably defeat the purpose of doing that because we're going to go in and see how we lost, which takes up all the time of just looking anyways. Lost by 2 to the Lions. We threw 2 picks at Dart, who is... That's almost half of his season totals, mind you. Oof. I mean, we were coming close a couple of times with the playoff losses, so it doesn't absolutely surprise me to see us not go all the way there. As, we lost the Super Bowl the year before, and we were getting really close to losing each of those games, if not for us kind of coming in there multiple times. And wow, it's worse than I would have ever thought. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Lions. I thought maybe we'd be sitting around maybe like a couple mil. Maybe restructure some guys, keep Ridley. We're even worse. Like, we're going to have to restructure players just to get our rookies signed. That's bad. That's really bad. All right, Magic Money, show up. Negative 26 mil. Where did we go wrong? Ridley's expensive, but at 25 million per, I would have absolutely done that. There's no way we're going to pull this off. Zero chance we pull it off. Drew Phillips goes to X Factor. We have a lot of players to replace here. I don't know if we can do it in this draft. Wow, okay. Well, we're going to have to start restructuring a little bit. Maybe we can keep like a player if we do that. I doubt it. We're, like I said, probably restructuring here just to be able to get our rookie signed. I mean, we're freeing some money. We're still broke as hell, but we're freeing the damn money. I was able to get us back to over base 4.5 mil, and that was with like 4 or 5 restructures. All of those players are gone. 100%, zero chance to keep them. None of this trying to save the day here with a super cheap contract offer. We can't do it. We just can't afford it, unfortunately. Ridley, the 25-year-old, is gone. That hurts. Herbert, losing him, that sucks. Losing all these players, it's tough. It's tough. But maybe with nobody wanting Benito because he's an older guy, I mean, we'll ultra lowball this guy. I'm talking 5 mil a year. We'll do 7.5 mil per year. Not a chance we get him, but you know what? I gotta play the, we talked about it. Gotta put my name in the hat. If I have a chance, put my name in the hat. And we get him 2-year 15, which, I mean, at 90 overall is great. But at 32, I mean, it's not the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen. How well did he play, though? I mean, he's been garbage. That's a fair move. I'm actually a little concerned. I'm concerned we made this move. All right, pick 30. I scouted some players, some safeties, because there were some corners, but they didn't look great, but some safeties with some potential man qualities. Johnny Spain. Damn, he wasn't one of them, though. He's a top 5, which is cool, but his A to C man and zone both turned out to be, sadly, C. Tucker, one of those guys I was thinking maybe plays corner. Could be corner. Then we have one more, Mr. Tracy Fields. Definitely could play corner. A little bit on the slower side, but, give me Jalen Johnson, Will Johnson vibes. Basically, your name's Johnson at corner. You're like just fast enough to play in the NFL. But we have to make a decision here at 30. What do you want to do? Wait, do we have an edge rusher? Oh, my. Oh, my. Tyree McLean. He's good, not great, but he does have a B or A to B power move as well. And you also have Hargrove, who, like I said, I didn't really like the corners too much. Slow. Zone coverage is good, but just really slow. I don't know what to do here because I do like Fields quite a bit. But at the same time, he could fall to the second round. Corner is on the list, but it's not like I gotta have him. Didn't really scout outside linebacker or put him on my board because I just didn't think any of them would fall. McLean might be that guy, even though we have Benito right now. That's not like a forever type of situation. I'm going to take Tyree McLean. It's not every day you get a 1-2 sitting there at 30 at edge. 15 true talent, normal dev. Unfortunately, normal dev, but probably worth it. We're going to go to the next round and slow sim until we're down to just one safety. Maybe draft them to play corner. All right, make a little bit of a trade up here to the Chargers at 48. I do want Fields quite a bit. If if he's not going to play corner for us, I wouldn't even hate him as an actual safety. So we are going to make that move. Mr. Tracy Fields looks like a good corner. If not, he's a safety. True talent 6. Man, though, normal development trade. 89 speed is not the best either. I might put him at slot corner still, or move the guy we already have at safety who was a cornerback to slot corner. Somebody's going to be playing corner, okay? Somebody's doing it. All right, a third and a fourth, this and a next with Foreman for 76, which we're going to be using on the last lineman. Sadly, he's 23 years old, but he looks good enough, and we're down to the last 2 seasons anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Reggie Blair, good pass blocker, I'm pretty sure it was. 22 true. Yikes. He was a good finesse blocker. This is why I don't take the 23-year-olds, but I did the classic wait until you're down to 1, and we got stuck with the 1 I didn't really want. Deshaun Jenkins, need a running back. This guy, also 23, but he's pretty fast. 7 true. Hidden dev, 90 speed, 90 excel for a power back is not bad. And then we took a slow, but maybe dependable 6'4", 234-pound, 2 to 3 talent grade or projection grade wide receiver in the 7th, who actually was pretty good. What was that, like a 5th round pick? True talent. Money, a little under $1 million. We're screwed. This is the team. McLean, normal development trade, but a lot of depth there, I suppose. A lot of potential. Now at the edge position. Fields, don't know if he's going to be the corner or the guy we already have at safety is going to be the corner, but somebody's playing corner. This guy's pretty balanced. He might be the guy. And then we have a lineman who actually was very good, just unfortunately normal development traits. Very good finesse blocker. Should be more of a tackle than a guard. And then the running back, 76 overall, not going to matter for actually starting, but we have not really had depth at the running back position. We usually just sign random full free agent, and then we lose them. This time, though, especially since he's superstar, we have a longer-term guy. Maybe redeeming a little faith in the 23-year-old community, but normally, no. That O-line, he's shaking me to my core. All right, here we are for season number 9. All the way up to 9 now. The team is obviously falling apart. We barely could afford the players we have. A lot of backups that are really low overall because we just can't afford them. We just can't afford it. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, you notice a lot of that with the fact that we have like no IDL at all. We're going to have edge rushers playing on the interior. It's a bad day. We just don't have the funds. All right, we have some negotiations. Shields, 103 mil though. But Shields, I want to keep, but we'll see if we can do that or not. Jalil Lynch, I'm not even going to go any further before we get this one done. Boom, easy clap, super cheap, got to do it. Childress, another one, super cheap, got to do it. 5-year 22, 94 million left. I wonder, is this the dart season? Is this the dart season? Lawrence, he's down to an 89, so I'm probably not going to keep him anyways. Thomas is here as well. I think dart, is this not dart? Maybe it's one more year from now. I don't know, but I don't see Dart, so for now, I'm going to save like 60 here because we need to account. Do we need to account for that? I actually don't know, but either way, 73 million left. We'll debate keeping other players. I don't even think I would want to keep Hunt anyways. That's a lot of money. There's no way we just have money all of a sudden. And the playoffs. So we're having an okay season. How do we finish, though? 11-6. We are the division leader, though. So number 3 seed. Let's take a look at Freeman. Number 2 yards. Dart not as good, technically, but still an amazing year, obviously. He's just been unbelievable ever since we started the Falcons playbook. Let's be real. Offense, pretty good for the receivers. D-line, Benito and Knight were very good. Unfortunately, Carter not so much. Same with Lawrence or Watkins. Teal and Carrington both with 3 picks. 1 pick for a bunch of other guys. Carvey, 75% completion or field goal percentage. Accuracy-wise, punting not the best. Really low overall guys starting here for some of these positions like special teams because we just can't afford them. But now apparently we can. Dart would have won 4 MVPs in a row if not for falling short twice. He was the number 2 guy 2 different times in the last 4 years while winning 2. Lions cleaning up some awards. We do get best quarterback and running back, though, so we're still there, damn it. And Nick Benito, who we just signed, is the best linebacker in the NFC, so we got an eye for talent. We got the Vikings here anyways, not the Lions, and we will instantly lose. Instantly. I'm telling you, there is a higher odds to win when you actually go in the game. I kid you not. There is. There just simply is. And I'll back out. I'll show you again. I haven't saved in a long time here. So, there's no funny business with the saves and the offline-ness going on. I'll show it. Screw you, Ultimate Team. I don't want it. I don't want it. Can I get the hell in here, though, please? Please? Okay, I guess I get to show nothing. All right. Very convenient timing. But I have not saved in, well, technically 1 billion hours. It's been like a whole day. It hasn't taken that long to do the rebuild. It's just I loaded in on the save file, which was only a little bit in between. Why is it actually so far behind? I haven't been doing the rebuild that long, have I? Either way, obviously, I haven't saved in 1 billion times in 1 billion years here. So, yeah, I mean, we won all those Super Bowls. It's just when we're actually not watching them, we're just losing. I don't know what to tell you. We got the 2-peat, though, which is pretty cool, but it seems like that might be it. We're entering the final season. We're as weak as we've ever been. And the Ravens have won a Super Bowl. Those are things that all matter. We have a lot of money. I don't know. It's got to be next season we have to pay Dart, right? It has to be. As far as the team goes, nothing changes on offense. Defensively, Benito goes to an X Factor, I believe. Teal and Fields still normal, though. But Benito, he was only a superstar before, I believe. Or no, he was actually an X Factor. Okay. Goes down a little bit, but we still got a really good edge rusher, really good edge unit for the final season that hopefully results in a playoff win or two. I don't know, but let's take a look if we had any retirements. I don't think we would have. Let's take a look. The fullback Connor Hayward retires. Surprised he's actually still around that long. No retirements because we just couldn't afford mentors. We couldn't afford mentors. Usually we always have mentors get the XP up for the starters. Nope, couldn't afford them this time around. 93 million. Like I said, I'd probably pay 30. Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yeah, that would be really nice to show his actual... Okay, well, this might be a tag anyways, to be fair. I was like, yeah, it's got to be Dart time, no? Not interested in... Well, I mean, I don't know if you really have much of a choice here. Less than the cost per year anyways. We lose Hunt. And that's it. We lose Hunt and Westbrook. Westbrook was a backup. Did we forget to trade him? I swear we traded him. Who did I trade? Brother, what is happening? Or maybe they released him after the year after the trade. I don't know what's going on anymore. I think the game's bugging out. I can't remember what rebuild it was. Maybe it was a 10-year rebuild. Maybe it was a 20. There was a rebuild where literally the free agency was glitched and it showed the same free agent class 4 years in a row. I can't remember what that rebuild or that video even was, but I do remember that happening. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Bernie Hunt. Your agent might hate us soon. Your agent might hate us soon. We're going cheap. This got us in trouble before, to be fair. You know, even though this is a cheap contract, it's still like, you know, we're paying contracts out when we really can't afford them. He's not interested, but we've done it once before. We're going to try it again. I mean, it's the final year, dude. I got to try to cheese Dexter as well. It's the final year. I need to save a little bit more than that, though. I'm sorry, Dexter. If you join on this, I apologize. I truly do. We are broke, but every other team is even more broke. Uh-oh, they're not. False alarm. False alarm. No, we're going to get cocked. They're going to steal them. It's funny, though, that nobody can afford higher than, like, a 3-bar, so we still have a chance, especially at Dexter. I'd like one of them, please. Oh, no. All that cheesing. It didn't work this time. All right. I mean, we went 11-6. Couldn't win a playoff game last year. We've just lost multiple cornerstone players on this team. I don't know how we're going to be able to pull this off. We need 2 tackles. We need an IDL, and we need a miracle because Benito's regressing as well. Damn, this is tough. All right, we're in the draft, pick 23. Corner wouldn't hurt, but yes, we obviously need O-linemen, and there's 2 of them here that are top 5s. Bowden, I absolutely would not hate at 23 and just put him at tackle. I think I'm going to trade down to 32, though, and take him. I don't want to lose him, though, and I think a 2-3 is pretty safe at 32. We need some other linemen, but I mean, we got a couple of day 3s you can get. Do have some DTs, do have some corners. We need a lot. We need a lot of players, so yeah, we're gonna try to get some of these guys. It's gonna require at least a trade down and potentially a miracle. Wow, I'm actually surprised we got this. We moved down to 32. We get a 2nd round pick. I know it's a late 2nd, but I mean that's gonna turn into a whole like lineman, maybe even DT. So I'll take that for sure. This might seem like a reach, but I think I am going to be taking this tackle, this center who's built to play tackle, Leo Bowden. I'm going to take that top 5 and trust it. And it's number 1 again. We have taken 2 number 1 overall pick linemen and a number 1 overall pick running back. We've been kind of crushing it, no? We've been actually doing pretty damn well here. DT, I'm willing to just take that guy whenever it is. And then Craig. I mean, I don't really need corner, right? Like, we could use a corner, but I don't really need corner. I guess we'll go until one of those 2 corners is the last one alive there, whether it be Craig or Spires. All right, trade a 2nd and a 5th this year, 5th 2 years from now, 7th 2 years from now to move up to 45. I try to avoid, taking too much from the future in these last season situations because I know I'm, working with picks that I shouldn't really even have because they don't really belong to me. It's the future of the team that we won't be there for, but it's not too bad. It's also not Spires. It's Amari Connor. Who is Spires? Is that the 3rd rounder or was it a higher guy? 6 true talent. Hidden dev. That's our number 2 corner. Duval. That's basically what it sounded like I was saying. 32. We still need another lineman, but we have some day 3s we can go for. And then we do need a DT. Daniel Craig. Hey, Daniel Craig. How are you doing? All right, Daniel Craig does look pretty good. But you also do have Bishop, who's a 1-2. I really like Daniel Craig because of the name, but yeah, I got to go Tyron Bishop. 43 true. I should have went Daniel Craig. We can barely afford a trade up, though, so we're going to go to 23, see what we got going. Oh, Daniel Craig's still there. Oh, no, I should have taken Daniel Craig. I knew it. It is what it is. He looks good, but we are going to go with one of these linemen. Who do we want? Who's the best of the 4? Can't believe there's 4 linemen still here. I don't know, actually. Lead block A, impact A. Kind of feels like Caleb Allen, but he is more of a run block guy, which I've had way more success with the pass block guy, so I'm just going to play my odds. Hugh Harrington. Interesting name. 39 true, hidden dev. Don't know who's better, but as long as my guy's hidden, I don't really care who is. All right, draft recap. Got a couple of starters in there. Really disappointed in the DT. We're going to have to look at Daniel Craig, right? We have no choice. Yeah, that guy is good. 83 overall. That is now our future starting and future left tackle. Pretty much guaranteed to be superstar dev. He is superstar dev. What a pick. New left tackle. How you doing? Cornerback Amari Connor. 78 overall as well. 20 years old. You can't make it that obvious. The guy's 20 years old. He's fast. I mean, you want to make it any easier on us? Obviously, I'm going to draft him. Star development trait, DT, unfortunately, not going to be better than normal. We might, ironically enough, all of this for nothing. this might all be for nothing, as we might just miss the playoffs. There's a legitimate chance. You can't really go from 11-6, not even winning a playoff game, to just somehow being goated, after being worse. We lost a lot of players. We lost the line. We lost Lawrence. We lost, everybody. But there is the recap of those players. I do need to see Daniel Craig. I've got to see it. Mr. Bond, how are you doing? Where even is he? He went last pick in the 3rd round. And of course he was hidden dev. Why wouldn't he be? 90 strength, 82 finesse. He's even better in finesse than our guy. Excuse me? Dev? Star dev? Still better than our guy. I'll tell you that much. The final season number 10. Our right guard now moves to right tackle. Our drafted center moves to left tackle. The guy's a superstar. He can play it all. Wide receiver, O-line, running back. Look at the 99s. 99 QB, running back, 2 wide receivers. Even Chapman's not a bad 3. Clemens, very good tight end. 1. Linebackers, they're good. Obviously, Benito needs to be replaced. McLean is sort of that replacement. Safeties are good, not great. Corners are good because of Carrington, not great. IDL is the worst it's been since, season 4, 3? Season 2? Season 1? Because, every year you have Dexter in his prime is almost better than this entire line as is, right? Either way, final season. All right, a lot of money. We obviously only tagged Dart, so that contract is only, good for a year. We're offering him $70 million per year, and he's not taking it. Based on the fact that nobody can afford anybody, based on who we have and who we can't afford, I would absolutely argue that he is asking for more than he's worth, right? I personally would say so. This team is screwed, okay? I'm glad we're only doing a 10-year instead of a 20. I don't even want to bother with that. That's just, even thinking about that makes me sad. Who do we have to pay going down the line here, though? Madison. Okay, that's not too bad because you don't really need to pay him anyways. Neighbors is asking for, literally 42? 38. Math is hard. Do you let Neighbors go? Of course, this doesn't matter to us, but I still like to, keep it in the realm of reality. Knight has been really bad throughout this thing. Well, I say that. Why did I think that, actually? Was it the first and the last year? I don't know why, but good the last few years, but not so much this year. You kind of have to pay him, though. $25 million. You don't want to lose the entire D-line every single time. Dart's another tag. I think you need a new tight end. You literally can't afford Neighbors. I think you just take Chapman because he's cheaper, and you have Chapman and Adams as your 2 wide receivers for a little bit more. That's really the only option you have. There's no other option, in my opinion. We are inching towards the playoffs. We were 7-4 when I simmed, so I can't believe how lack of breakouts we've gotten. We've got none. And the ones I have gotten, we got the bye week. And the ones we have gotten have just been useless. They've just been useless. But here's the win-loss. Neighbors killing it, dude. Oh, losing him is going to suck. But what can you do? You just can't afford everybody. It's a business. Both sides trying to get, paid, if you will. The players directly, the teams through winning, through getting championships, through getting new fans. Dart 52-1. The unbeatable season has just been completed. That's the greatest season I've ever seen in Madden Sim history. That is a 52-1 touchdown to pick ratio. What is this guy? This guy's insane. Neighbors killing it too. Unbelievable. Let's look at this pass rush. Knight definitely improved, but it's still not as good as I was hoping. Abdul, great. Benito, solid again. 20 sacks in 2 years. We'll take it. Carrington, a lot of picks. Franklin misses 7 kicks out of 24. He is a rookie, so we're used to it by now. Gotta, relax. Dart, another MVP. Once again, he would have had 5 MVPs if he didn't fall short by 1 multiple times now. That's tough. It is tough, but let's take a look. Will we win a Super Bowl? I think because it's the final season, we'll go in. We'll go in each game and see, assuming there is more than one game. It's the Bears. If you can't beat the Bears, what's going on? They're 87 overall. We're 96, I think it was. Here they're away. Here it is. For all the marbles. They did have to win to get here again, mind you. I always got to remind you, because, it's a bad team. You're like, this will be an easy win, but they did have to beat another team that was a higher seed than them. 7-3, 7-10. Bears not going away. They're up by 4. They're getting some stops. We get a field goal, or a touchdown. We're leading by a field goal. They get a field goal, tied up. We get a field goal. We're back up by 3. We drive down the field for the touchdown. good enough win. 27-17 for the victory. Jaxson Dart, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Williams, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Interceptions, aplenty over there. Malik Neighbors, really good. Interceptions, Cedric Gray had 1. Abdul Carter with 1. Mobley with 1. And then, of course, Abdul Carter with a sack as well. Franklin had a kick block. This guy just keeps missing kicks. Gotta stop. NFC Championship game. We have the Vikings. So a little bit of NFC North action. The Vikings have taken us out multiple times now. Ooh, Spain must have been good. Look at him. Spain, the X Factor. That was that guy that was a top 5 we passed on. Can't remember who else we took in that class, but I know for a fact the safety we took was not good. But Spain was obviously taken a lot higher than the guy we took, so it's not really the same argument. 20-6. Halftime, nice little field goal before half. They can't get touchdowns, though. They still just can't get touchdowns, and that will ultimately be the reason why they lose. They finally get a touchdown. It's too late, though. It's 20-34. We're driving down for the game for another touchdown, and don't need it, so we pretty much kneel it out. Dart, what a performance. Missed 3 passes out of 26. Freeman was great. Neighbors, almost 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Interception, 1 for Roberts. A sack for a billion different players. Did we miss an extra point? Oh, man, this guy. He can't take a full win. You got to sell somewhere. Shank kick on the kickoff, a missed extra point, a blocked field goal, something. It's always got to be something with this guy. Either way, let's go to the Super Bowl. See how we're looking. The Bills. Okay. New team. We've seen a lot of Browns. This time it's the Bills team that is very good. We're a 96 overall, 99-0, 93D. Offensively, no dev-ups, I don't believe. And then defensively, also no dev-ups. Bayless, actually, I think went to Superstar. It's hard to tell. There's so much color going on here. Stars, Superstar, X Factors, just, players coming in and out of the lineup. It's a disaster. But disaster or not, we could finish out with a bang. We might be able to finish out with a Super Bowl win. Let's see if we can do it. Let's do it. Let's not see. Let's just do it. I do also believe they have Josh Allen, which a lot of times, several years down the line, these teams, specifically the Bills, seen them lose Josh Allen a lot. Their best quarterback a lot. Jalen Hurts we've seen left at some point. And, of course, Josh Allen. I don't think Mahomes did, though. Mahomes is another one of those guys that usually hits free agency, but unless I'm forgetting, I don't think he did. Either way, we're up 14 after half. They're driving down, they get nothing, and I think we win. Not a bad little Super Bowl there. Right at the end of the game, right at the end of the rebuild, I should say. Clutching up, 35-7. Again, we did get the actual bye week this year, so kind of pointing towards playing pretty well. 52 touchdowns to 1 pick is maybe a good indicator as well. But I swear there's just something special for the sim numbers and chances to win when you actually go in. I don't know what it is, but for literally like the last 10 Maddens, I've felt that. But of course, Jaxson Dart, what a performance. Freeman, good enough, right? He's had some pretty bad performances in the playoffs before. This playoff run has been good enough. Neighbors obviously been ridiculous. Carter in this one, I mean, Jaxson Dart was too good to take the MVP away from him, but definitely runner-up for Super Bowl MVP without a single doubt. Whether go look at the last 10 years, take a look at some of the stats. I'm not even sure if it's worth looking at the player ratings, but I guess for some of the guys like Neighbors and Dart, who are still, on top of their game, Freeman, obviously, Adams. There's obviously some guys that may have regressed. But let us take a look at the... is it stats and awards? No, we don't want to look at the stats and awards just yet. We want to look at the history of the league. The last 10 Super Bowl winners. Of course, not going to show this one because they're stupid. But the Bengals win the first one. The Bills win the second one. The Buccaneers win the third one. The Texans win the fourth one. The Giants, us, win the fifth one. Giants win the sixth one. Browns win the seventh one. Lions win the eighth one. Ravens win the ninth one. And then, of course, even though it doesn't show it, we win the 10th one. Ridiculous stuff. 3 Super Bowl wins. A billion MVPs for Dart. Let's actually take a look now at the career numbers. Might have been some records in there as well, but Jaxson Dart, a 4-to-1 touchdown to pick ratio, 71% completion percentage, 41,000 yards, 115.6 passer rating, 8.2 yards per attempt. Looking at the rushing numbers, Freeman, still many years left in his career, almost to 10,000 yards, 66 touchdowns. The touchdowns are a little low. Dart, though, 54 touchdowns, almost has more than Freeman at this rate, and he's not played much more. 3,000 yards on the ground to go with it. Pretty sick, actually. Never fumbled either. What a talent. 48 broken tackles. Who would have thought? Long of 12, by the way. As far as receivers go, Neighbors still got many years left in them. Just don't think they're going to be on the Giants, sadly. 13,000 yards, 164 touchdowns. Romeo Doubs, pretty good career for him, actually, but obviously not really our numbers. Adams still pretty young, but definitely fell far behind Neighbors in yards and touchdowns. Clemens, 5,300 yards, 51 touchdowns. Chapman, 3,400 yards, 37 touchdowns. Freeman, the running back, another 3,000 through the air, 28 touchdowns. Blocking, probably don't really care about this, but in case you're interested, definitely on the defense we're interested, though. Abdul Carter, still young in his career, but 88.5. Would have thought maybe a little more of him by now, but still good player. Knight, 42, 19 for the who cares about that stuff. Picks, 27 for Gardner Johnson. For Carrington, 15. Don't care about kicking, punting. Who cares about that kind of stuff? Record books. Do we have Giants records? Do we have all-time records? I am curious. So Max Crosby, the all-time sack leader now, which is pretty cool. And then do we have season winnings? We have Neighbors with the most touchdown catches, 32 of them. Myles Garrett with the most sacks in a season, 31 of them. And then we were very close to touchdowns and yards. I think we actually tied the touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Most in a game. We do see... that is, I don't know why I said 2030. I was like, that name looks familiar. Really? But no, it was not 2030. It was 1930, which is ridiculous. Rookie season. Caleb Williams with the Bears. Obviously, that's not true in real life, but 43 touchdowns. Unbelievable. Rome Odunze, 21 of the catches. As far as rookie game goes, we do not have any real-life ones. What about for specific teams, though? What about the Giants? Where does this guy rank all time for the Giants? Eli's still ahead of him, but Dart does have more touchdowns. Barber has more yards, but Freeman has more touchdowns. Neighbors has all of the receiving stuff in a season. Eli Manning still beat Dart for yards, but yeah, 55 touchdowns, tying his brother. And then we do have Neighbors with the yards, Neighbors with the touchdowns, Neighbors with the catches. In a game, we had no rookie season, of course. Going to have some guys. Daniel Jones, we didn't start Dart, sadly. But Freeman, 12 touchdowns in a rookie season. Chapman, 18 touchdowns in a rookie season. And then rookie game, all that stuff. I think that's pretty much it, but let's take a look at the players. Maybe we could have looked at some legacy stuff. Let's actually take a look at some legacy stuff. See where Dart ranks in the legacy leaderboards, because he's won a lot of MVPs. Dable at whatever, top tier, but Dart, number 12, active. He's got another 8,000 in the year. 16 yearly awards, 4 championships, 2 Super Bowls. I think it's glitched out. He should have 3 Super Bowls. Neighbors right there as well. I do want to see Dart's like career accolades, because he should have 3 MVPs, right? So, Offensive Player of the Week, who cares? 6 Pro Bowls. He was a league leader in passing 1 time. He was the best quarterback 6 times, and the MVP 4 times, actually. I thought it was 3. It was 4. Man, he could have had like 6 or 7 then. Damn. All right, let's take a look at the overalls of these players and call it another successful 10-year rebuild. Let's take a look at these players. Should be a few on offense that we're curious about. Obviously, Jaxson Dart being one of them. 99 overall, 30 years old. Very good accuracy. And play action and break stack are the only things, well, besides throw power, that aren't 99 for his passing stuff, which all of that's still really, really high anyways. What a freaking guy. And when we came in and we actually played as him, he was great as well. Wasn't just like an in-game numbers thing. Freeman, going to start regressing soon, but he is a god at the juke move. Pretty good break tackle, considering he never had a single power back upgrade. Carrying's great, ball carrier vision's great, obviously super speedy, change direction, juke move, spin move, catching even is now 82. The guy is a talent. He's a very talented player. Neighbors, obviously, he's going to be pretty much maxed. And yeah, 98 release, 99 short. He's basically max, which is great. Look at the juke move, break tackle, all that crazy. Good stuff. Could run the ball if he had to. Then we look at the other side, Adams. I feel like he's going to have some more missing than, short route is terrible comparatively. Still a very good player, obviously. Almost didn't take him. Almost didn't take him. What a decision that would have been. Not for the good. Lucas Chapman, 6'2", super fast. More balanced than I would have thought. Usually, the the kind of burner guys. They have like one route running and that's it. Like one of the route runnings is good. Everything else is bad. He's just fast. Almost passed on the tight end, by the way. O-line, I guess I'll look at Shields because he is very impressive. But Russ Clemens, a ridiculous route running. Very good catching. What a tight end. I'm surprised he's been here as long as he has. Obviously, we're about to lose him, but that's fine. We got a lot out of him. Spencer Shields, he's only 25. And he's all relevant. Maybe he's 26. I don't know if we've done a 1 week pass, but ridiculous. I mean, he's just so good. Finesse is bad, but the power block and everything else is just amazing. So just get some finesse up there and you're good. Agile, if you will. I guess we'll look at the safeties. There's not going to be much to look at, but he's a good safety. Tall, strong, great hit power, good zone. Then on the other side, Bayless never really had a chance to start. He started like a season or two for us, I believe, and because of that, his growth was stunted. Still pretty good, though, all things considered. And is, of course, the number 1 on the team there. Another guy, though, Lynch, probably that way, but let's take a look at John Mobley. Getting up there in the age, has no coverage whatsoever. Amazing block shed, though. I wish you could set manual archetypes, because with these rebuilds, I'm telling you, it would take way too long to manually upgrade everybody. Jaleel Lynch, this guy, definitely more balanced for sure. Would have been a way higher overall if he wasn't sitting for a couple years. And then, of course, Abdul Carter is one guy I want to see on the edge of this group. Abdul Carter, 30 years old now, 99 power move, 99 finesse. Good block shed, amazing pursuit tackle, play rec, awareness, speed, excel. I mean, he's got it all. He's really got it all. Let's take a look now at the cornerbacks. Don't know if I really care too much about... Connor's new to the squad pretty much. Carrington, still young, 97 overall. Look at this guy. That's insane. 99 man, 99 press, good zone coverage, fast, 6'4". What a player. What a draft pick. Connor already, though, as a rookie... 20 years old, dude. I'm telling you, get boosted XP and all that. 85 overall already. Talented. Very talented. Then we will look at Knight. I don't think we're going to look at Bishop. Bishop's just mid as hell still. But Silas Knight, 91 overall. Again, sounds like Silent Knight every time I see it. And we talked about, bumping the weight up of players. That guy's just fast. That guy's just straight up fast. Then we, of course, have Watkins, 86 overall. Nose tackle, superstar dev. Great block shed. Pass rush is okay. Not great, but okay. And then special teamers doesn't really matter because we've been mix matching a bunch. It's just a bunch of random special teamers each year. But yeah, like I said, that is going to be it for this 10-year rebuild of the New York Giants. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. It means a ton to me, helps the channel out a lot. Follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR, second channel PK plays for non-Madden content. Probably see Oblivion tomorrow. Don't know if you'll see Chupacabras, though. We'll see. We'll think about it. If not, for sure on Tuesday, I imagine. And let me know what team you would want to see next for any sort of rebuild, let alone a 10-year rebuild. Regardless, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya! And then, of course, as always, shout out to the members of the channel. Truly do appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not already a member of the channel, you're thinking about becoming one, click the join button next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. Of course, we do a monthly members-only rebuild and some random non-rebuild content exclusive to the members. Check it out. We're almost to 50 members. It'd be crazy awesome to get to that. Member or not, though, appreciate y'all for watching, and